Welcome to Touhyville.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
How'd you do?
No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world.
Welcome, my friend, to the show that never ends.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Touhyville with Steve Touhy and Cheryl Touhy.
Yeah, that's just too much Touhy, isn't it?
Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed.
Roger, ready to move out.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. There behind the glass has a real blade of grass. Be careful as you pass. Move along, move along. Come inside, the show's about to start. Guaranteed to blow your head apart. Get your money's worth. Radio show. It happened out at the TV show. It's an animal. You gotta see the show. It's rock and roll.
Oh, welcome to Touhyville for the 23rd day of October 2024. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome into the amusement park for your mind, the carnival for your cranium, the holiday for your head. I would be your host, Steve Touhy. Joining me for all the fun, Cheryl Touhy. Good morning.
Good morning.
I can tell I don't quite have the lung capacity yet to do I could just feel it as I do it. So we're getting there, though. Turned the corner yesterday. We're getting a little better. I know it may not sound like it, but I'm feeling a little better. So good morning. Thanks for hanging out with us here in Touhyville. We appreciate it. Cheryl in her nice new Touhyville jacket.
Yes.
Thank you to Reinforcement Designs.
Courtesy of Reen, yes.
Yes, Reinforcement Design handling all of our things.
Now, is that why he called it Reinforcement Designs? It's Reinforcement Designs?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really ask them, but I assume, yeah.
It just,
yeah.
I was
Makes
today
sense.
years old when
Yeah, makes sense.
I catch on quickly. That's one thing about me.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Yeah, it's and I was talking with the guy, who did the drawings of us, so you may notice like I'm looking at yours and like the drawing of you looks a little bit different than the drawing of me. Like it's, they're like there's a different like shade to it, kind of a little bit. Maybe
only
not. Maybe
I think it's only because of
lighting.
my hair.
Yeah, it might just be the lighting from here too. But my cartoon was done 15 years ago.
Longer than that.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
I've known you for 13 and you had it going.
I had it before then. So yeah, so
I want to say probably 2022, maybe.
well, because I know
22 years?
when I was in Ottawa, I had a different one.
Okay.
I had a local guy do it, and it was less caricaturish.
Yeah,
and then I got
the
more of a-
caricature a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah, and then I got more of a caricature done, like 2006 maybe.
Mhm.
So when I bought stations here, I had one done of everybody that
Mhm.
was here. So it's newer. But I was talking with him last night about a Christmas version for us. So looking
Mhm.
forward to seeing that. I saw it, but it wasn't quite ready yet. So it was.
So you didn't show me?
I did not show.
Yeah,
you
because
yet,
I haven't seen it.
It was last
But
night.
I've wanted it for and I think your hat should be red and my hat should be green or vice versa.
Okay, then we probably should have talked this through before I responded to him.
Oh, okay, forget it.
Um,
Why did you just do red?
That's what I just asked him for.
Okay,
yeah, 'cause
good.
They were both.
Well, here's
they
what's
were
going
white,
to happen. If it's green, green's going to go, that's full color, like it's.
Well, that's why I thought two.
So-
Well, I don't know. I just thought of red as Santa hats.
Yeah,
Red,
yeah.
So all right.
Yeah.
So now
All right,
we got
I'll
the
shut
whole,
up.
the whole cat.
I'm
out
not
of the,
creative in
out
the
of the
morning.
Santa bag. So yeah. So we'll get those done soon.
Mhm.
But yeah. So
Are you getting some to give away for 12 days?
yes, that's the
Okay.
whole intention. Yeah.
Yeah, because
So-
I now will get a barrage of people going, I want one. I
Of
want one.
course, and I want them to have them. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
special collector's edition, only $35 a piece. No, I'm kidding.
Ah.
So here's the deal. So last night, because I've been feeling under the weather, I wanted to get into bed early.
How'd that work out?
I got into bed 7:45 maybe, but then
Okay.
I have to tell you, normal people don't live like that. So when my phone goes off at 8, it makes me jump like
Yeah, like it's
because at that
12:30.
point in the night, the house is so quiet.
Yeah.
but it is a big old house. So noise reverberates through it. I mean, you said last night in the middle of the night, you heard me snoring. I'm on the first floor. You're on the second floor. So
well,
it
you're
made
an
me jump.
overachiever at everything you do. So
well, at least it's snoring. I don't know about everything, but
Right.
at least it's snoring. So I jumped, and the first time it was my sister, and I chit-chatted with her for a while. And then I put the phone back down, and then all of a sudden, ding, and it was a text, and I'm like, who is texting me at this time of night? And it was like 20 after 8, and it was the cartoon guy. So,
but you can, that's what I do every night is I silence the phone, and you can't be disturbed between X hours and Y hours.
Yeah.
And it literally dims the phone. And it'll say on the home screen, oh, well, it's Apple. You're a Samsung person, but it'll say no alarm set.
Why do you say it like that? Like, oh, it's an Apple. You're a Samsung person. I'm sorry. You're a lower class.
No.
Here's the thing. With everything going on with my parents right now, I don't want to have my phone off in the middle of the night.
Makes sense.
So I just, I don't want to wake up to 17 phone calls and something's going on or whatever,
right.
So Jeff says, good morning, Chewies. Good morning, Jeff. Hope you're doing well. Today on Lung Health Day, which is good. I would like my lungs to be healthy. Although my lungs are healthy, they're just, I got a chest thing going. So,
I just wanted to thank you in advance for giving it to me. I appreciate it. I think I'm going down.
Oh man, and that's so bad.
I can just, how you're like, I wake up in the morning, I'm excited. Like I take my shower, I'm running around. What am I going to wear? I'm drinking my coffee. I'm happy. And then I'm like,
that was me Friday.
Oof,
that was
I can
me
feel
Friday.
it as
just
we
kept
said
coming
here.
And coming on Friday.
Yeah.
Yep. And then by Saturday it was full blown, and then it was
the only good thing about it is I love my voice when I've got a deep, dark, and delicious cold.
Yeah. See,
it's like, hi there.
And I know you mentioned that to me yesterday, and it does not make up for the fact that I feel like
it's sexy.
Yeah, I know.
And then I get better. And then no more sexy.
I know your voice bothers you, doesn't bother me, or 90% of the audience. So
yeah, I don't know. I would love to ask one day if we ever interview Fran Drescher, her voice bothered her, because I got that all the time in the 80s. Yeah. like
right, but that was after you went to New York, you came back sounding like New York. So,
I did.
Yeah. So
anybody see my pocketbook? Yeah. Where's my pocketbook? My mom's like, it's a purse. Darn it.
Yes.
And stop that.
I dated a woman who grew up in New Jersey at one time, and I felt the same way. Every time she said, I gotta grab my pocketbook, I said, okay, why don't you grab your cane and your shawl too? Like, grandma, it's not a pocketbook. Yeah, but I know it's
but it was
Coast
great.
thing,
I mean, because I was in a dorm in Israel with people from everywhere. Loved the Australians. Loved the people from New Zealand, loved the people from England, loved, right? Yeah. And then New Jersey was like, hey, you guys want to go out tonight?
Right. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Today is Event Organizers Day, Medical Assistants Recognition Day. Thank you, medical assistants. Boston Cream Pie Day, Canning Day, Croc Day, I assume for the shoe.
Now, do you remember how I would wear my Mario Batali Crocs, the orange ones that with the no skid on the bottom, and the kids would be like, Mom, that's so not cool. And then all of a sudden, Savannah loves Crocs. The kids have Crocs. Everybody's got Crocs, and it's the coolest thing ever. Now your dogs can have Crocs, which not my dog, because that would be torturing him.
Right. A woman just went viral the other day because her son had a mini Croc keychain.
Yeah.
And was very excited about it.
What'd you got?
A croc ring.
A croc ring?
Yeah.
A croc ring?
Yeah.
Mom, knock it off with your filth. He's being genuinely cute.
Yeah.
That went viral. And I saw that yesterday and I was like, come on. Don't do that.
Listen, we make mistakes like that all the time.
Yes. Today's horror movie day, obviously, for Halloween coming up. Yeah. iPod day. today the day the iPod came out?
How many
First
years
time?
ago? Did it say? Does it say?
I don't know. I don't even know if that's what it's for. I got to look.
I mean, that someone conceived of that and that it actually worked. Do you remember how many? Yesterday we were like moving some stuff around the garage, and I had like 6 boxes of CDs.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, we had the CD towers, and they would all be alphabetical, and then like all the Styx ones were together, and all the Luther Vandross was together, and like I had them all organized, and then they were on both sides of the TV, like it was the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought? Hey, you don't need any of that anymore.
Well,
just hear a song on SNL and just go boop for $1.29. Now have it on your phone.
Now, all of that said, we were moving stuff around in the garage, organizing and unpacking from the move. You still wanted to keep the 2 boxes full of CDs.
Not giving away. No.
Okay, so now that we're here, what is it that because there's stuff that I have saved too for my own reasons. What is it that you see in the future the possibility of needing those CDs for?
Let's say, okay, so a weird thing does happen, and I don't know what the deal is, because God forbid Apple should ever include directions on any product that we buy for $1 billion. Mm-hmm. Anyway, there's songs that I had on here, like 80s songs, like, like now that's what I call whatever it is, 27 and whatever. I have every one of those until 39, I think. Right. So all the mixed songs, like, and the one-hit wonders, like, what's that song? You're Too Shy.
Oh yeah.
Kasha Gugu.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, all that stuff was on here at one point. I'm telling you that right now. But I don't know where all of it went, because it's not in my 4,000 songs when I go pull them up. So I don't know if it didn't make the playlist, meaning I have to pull them all over, or if during an upgrade, I lost a lot of the stuff. But every so often I have to dig through my box to find my song to then get it back on my iPad.
Okay. All right. Let's just say that there's a song that's missing.
Yeah.
How much does Apple charge for songs?
$1.29.
Okay. So with the amount of work that it would take for you to dig through 2 giant boxes of CDs, I mean, you have a ton of CDs. Like you said, they used to line the television. To then take out your computer, put the computer in. Does your computer even have a disk drive anymore?
One of them does. I have a Sony Vaio from like, I don't know what, 12 years ago, but it moves. I mean, I move faster in the morning.
So that's that's a perfect example. Yeah. Because I have, when I was moving stuff from my house, I have 2 computers that I am 100% sure are obsolete. They don't work fast. They haven't upgraded. They can't upgrade like Google, and I still moved them from my house to the new house.
I know.
For no reason. I know they're garbage.
I know.
They're not real.
I know.
But I had to do it. I get it. But with all that work that you would go through, instead of $1.29 to just get your Kaja Gugu,
There's also just something about when I hold the disc in my hand, I can remember loving that CD and loving it like a human, like a dog, like a family member, like a human.
I get it.
Do you remember when Thriller came out?
Yes.
We lost our marbles.
It was one of the first records that I purchased with my money.
Yes. And we all had to, I think it was, Channel 7? Like it was on at 7 p.m. And I don't care what was going on in the world at the time. The entire world stopped to watch the video.
Yeah. And it was on once, and then that was it. Then you could
rent
it.
And that was it. Then you had to rent it. Yep. But it was so stinking good.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Days that I don't know. And it's stupid.
No, but and that's dumb. But I want you to understand that I understand it, because I was doing the same thing with stuff. That there's things that I'm saving, and I'm saying to myself, why are you doing this? You're never going to touch this thing again. It has gone from house to house. What I finally did that with, when I moved into the house that I'm moving out of now, my trophies. I said, these trophies have gone from house to house to what? You're never going to put them up. You're not going to put up fourth place Little League Norwich baseball in your man
and I
cave.
kept mine until Bourbonnais. And then when I threw them out, I want you to know something. I had a really hard time. And it was the stupidest thing ever because when I was 8 years old, I won honor camper at Chippewa Park Camp. Okay. And it was like, and the story goes, because it just pops in my head like that. I was teaching this girl to play t-ball and everybody made fun of her. And it was not cool. And I was, even when I was a little girl, I did not like that at all. So I'm teaching her how to play t-ball. She swings back, hits me in the skull.
Oh my God.
Follows through, hits me on the other side of the skull. My, camp counselor goes, "Are you okay?" I say yes. And that's the last thing I remember until I woke up on a lawn chair in the park district's office.
Oh my gosh.
I guess they had called my parents. "Do you want to call an ambulance? Do you want us to take her?" And they were like, no, just, they worked like an hour away or whatever it is. So they're like, "We'll get there as fast as we could get there." I was out cold. Now,
just lay her on the ground and put a blanket over her. We'll be there at some point.
We'll get her, So I remember opening my eyes and they were putting the names with like black stickers on the trophies they got. And the Camper of the Year trophy was like this gargantuan tall thing that made you look like you were the Statue of Liberty on the top. And I remember seeing my name and I go, "Okay, no, that can't be. Something's wrong with my head."
My God.
And I put it out of my head because I'm like, I'm not going to tell anybody that I think I see my name on a statue that's not there. So I didn't tell anybody. And then when they announced Camper of the Year and I got it, I go, "That's what I saw when I was knocked out." Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that when she hit your head, it knocked out the ability to throw away things that you don't need to use anymore. I'm like, that's a weird thing that happens when people get hit. No.
I just remember the sound of the crack and realizing that was my head.
That's insane. Yeah. I totally get the idea of the trophy thing because I put them all in a box and I threw them in the dumpster here at work. And you do that thing. I'm walking back to my car and I'm going, "It's fine. It's fine. It's
no,
stupid.
I'm all right. Don't be an idiot." Yeah.
And now I'm a minute later, I was fine. Like it was one of those things, but
there's a poll question.
Yeah.
I mean, because I still remember it took me, I want to say at least 5 years to disconnect the landline from my house.
Yeah.
And your parents still have a landline.
They do. Yep.
I was like, and I remember the kids being younger and I was like, "But what happens if the school has to call?" "Well, they'll call your cell." "Yeah, but if they really need to get to me, what if that person doesn't know what my cell phone number is and now they can't get to me? And what if, because I'm divorced, my daughter's last name is Macy and my last name is Anda?" Like I was just, I was going bananas. And then when I did it, I never looked back. I didn't feel guilty for a quarter of a half a millisecond.
Here's the thing. My mom likes the idea of holding the phone up to her ear. Like that's what she says is why she still has a phone like that. And I'm like, okay, you can get a phone that, is big enough to do that if you want. 2.
Exhibit 8.
Right. 2, you always put it on speaker anyway.
Right.
What does it matter?
Right.
But it's what they want. And so anyway, by the way, today's iPod day because on this date in 2001, the iPod was released. So
the iPod was released in 2001. Really?
Yep. So 23 years. Yep.
No. Altogether iPod?
Yeah.
Because Savannah was 3. I thought I had an iPod before Savannah was born. I thought it was the 90s. If you had said, like, in what year was the iPod released, that should be your Rick's Pizza question.
Yeah, I think we have used that in the past, but we'll do it again.
So if
today.
anybody's listening, for Pete's sake,
there you go.
Please.
2001. Yep.
2001.
Yep. All right. Today's mole day. Slap your irritating coworker day. Not a good plan.
Don't be doing that.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
get knocked out again.
I was going to say, Cheryl will be swinging around. She'll be like a helicopter.
I was going to say, I'm going to get,
paralegal, just at me. Paralegal day. Swallow. Facts are facts. Swallows depart from San Juan Capistrano Day, TV talk show host day, and Unity Day. All right. Tina says my mother-in-law still has a landline. My parents still do, and she says good morning to my favorite morning show folks. Good morning to you, Tina. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what's happening. Orkin has named Chicago the rattiest city in the U.S. Congratulations, Chicago. Way to go. Still, though, the most repulsive thing in Chicago that residents want to see least, White Sox.
Oh, my gosh. I thought you were going to say the mayor of Dalton.
No. A study estimates 15 million Americans have ADHD. You can tell who they are, too. When they start talking, they never finish. Ooh, it's like 6:28 already. We should probably do some.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Following Donald Trump's visit to McDonald's, they clarified that they don't endorse political candidates. Mayor McCheese says, hello, remember me? Little endorsement for me? By the way, anybody else nervous that Donald Trump worked at a McDonald's and 2 days later there's a giant E. coli breakout at McDonald's? Just saying. You didn't let him near the onions, did you? You didn't let him... Just the fries, right? McDonald's workers are complaining that he didn't have to wear a hairnet. Did you watch the video? He didn't even serve a customer. Don't worry about it. It was all reporters just standing outside the drive-thru. You're fine. Jelly Roll quit Twitter for being toxic. The anxiety was written all over his face. Literally, it was anxiety right across his forehead. I think he got it written up there. And lastly, Morgan Wallen is launching a music festival. Some of the greatest names in country music will perform, and also so will Billy Ray Cyrus. We'll be back.
Franciscan Health delivers advanced cancer care where every patient matters. Serving the residents of Rensselaer and beyond, we are privileged to offer personalized cancer treatments and world-class cancer services without the need to travel far. Fighting cancer is a brave battle, and our team of physicians and oncology nurses are here to support your journey of hope, healing, and triumph in the place you call home. To schedule your appointment in Rensselaer, go to franciscanhealth.org/cancercare.
Hello?
Hey, man. I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Catlin to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
It's football season, and Uber Eats is dropping undefeated deals on all your game day favorites. This week, score buy one, get one free spicy chicken sandwiches from Wendy's, only on Uber Eats. Craving even more? We've got you covered with game day deals on pizza, burgers, tacos, and more all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms, taxes, and fees apply. See app for details.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people, obviously. But what's more, MediShare members like it a lot. Their satisfaction rate is 98%. Imagine that. And MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing. If you join before October 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save even more right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is October 30th. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number, 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE, 877-26-BIBLE.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777, 800-230-2777, or biglou.com.
97.7 The Q. Touhyville. Now with even more Touhy.
Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Today is Wednesday.
Wait, is today Wednesday?
Today is such a great day.
This is really great today.
What's so great about it?
What's so great about it?
What's so great about it?
That much closer to the weekend.
That's what's so great about it.
Well, better get back to work.
We work hard. We play hard.
Work hard, we play hard.
Yes, they work hard and they play hard.
It's showtime, baby.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve and Cheryl with you here, hanging out, doing our thing on a fun time Wednesday. Thank you so much for getting your morning started with us here on the Q. And 98 Gold portion of the show is brought to us by Virk's Fine Jewelry. Over 75 years of exceeding expectations in Mid-North Indiana, Lafayette's largest and most complete jewelry store. Visit them at the corner of 18th and Main and Lafayette. Visit Virks.com. All right, let's head over and wrap up our poll question from yesterday, get to today's poll question, and begin to move forward with our day. Dave says, good morning, Steve and Cheryl. Hope you have a great Wednesday. Hope you do too, Dave. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here in Touhyville. We appreciate it. So yesterday, we had asked you about the idea of what you use most when you make payments. You know, when you buy stuff at the store is what I was going at. Which form of payment do you use the most? Cash, debit card, credit card, check, phone, or Apple phone app like Apple Wallet, Google Wallet, whatever. 59% said debit card. So most people, and I believe that has a lot to do with COVID. Yes. I think pre-COVID cash and debit would have been closer together. But I think after COVID, I almost never use cash. Once in a while, I will. So 59% said debit card, 21% said cash, 17% said credit card, 2% said check, and 1% said phone app like Apple Wallet or Google Wallet or something like that. So I don't think we had any comments. Couple, Tanya took advantage of Cap Lock Day yesterday. She Tanya,
the Cap Lock Queen.
Tanya always types in caps. She says to us, cash is better. No taxes or fees on it, and it's done immediately. I get you. Makes sense. And Jim says, "What is this cash you speak of?" So very nice.
I like that.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to today's poll question. Came across this story. 1 in 4 adults will dress up for Halloween this year.
Okay? I love dressing up with the kids. I've loved it.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's what they're going to dress up as. 44% said they'll dress up as a fictional person or character. 19% said an animal or creature. 16% said they'll dress up as a concept. I don't know exactly what that means, but I guess like
you're a computer. You're
okay.
Yeah.
All right. 14% said they'll dress like a living person. 13% said a historical figure. And 11% said they'll dress up as an object of some sort. So Tiffany says, good morning to you both. Good morning to you. And Madison says, good morning to you both. Have a great day. Madison, you have a great day. Short week this week because of your little fall break, which is wonderful.
Well, and she posted her pictures from school. Like
Yeah.
her school pictures.
Oh, there's the school, like the main pictures they take.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. My mom used to have a frame, I think it was an 8x10, in our living room. And year after year, she would just add the picture. So the back of the frame got thicker and thicker and thicker. And they're going through a bunch of their stuff, trying to get rid of some garbage here and there as they can. And
that would be a hard one if you're going to tell me they're able to throw out the class pictures.
Oh yeah, no, I think they're getting rid of a lot of old pictures. Yeah. Right, but you reach that age where they're just like they're giving them all to us, like they're saying, "Here, what do you want any of these?"
You guys are like, "What the hell do you want me to do?"
Right, I'm going to put this in my living room. Yeah.
Oh, and then all the awkward moments with the front tooth missing and
the braces and
the slick back, like the greasy hair and the
Tiffany says Madison's frame is thick too. Yep, that's how a lot of folks go. So I have a lot of pictures that I grabbed from my folks' house. I don't even know where with all the moving and stuff I put the envelope, but like I grabbed an envelope full of pictures that I have from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And we were going through a VHS tape one day where I'm guessing it's because we had a video camera that day, like maybe we rented it or something. I'm in my Little League uniform, breakdancing to Beat It in the living room. And I did a whole routine.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Don't ask me why, but that's what I did. So our poll question today, asking you, will you dress up for Halloween? Are you going to dress up for Halloween? A week from tomorrow is Halloween. Will you be dressing up? So head to the Touhyville Show Facebook page. Like us, of course. We like to be liked. Follow us. And for those of you that are like, they always say that, but I listen to them. I don't need to follow them on Facebook. Do it. It does make a difference. So it does help us with advertisers to show them the kind of people that are listening, why they're listening. It does make a difference. It really does. So follow our pages on Facebook, Touhyville, The Q, 98 Gold, and Bear Country, if you're fans of those. So Tiffany says, yes, we have a party at work. They have a Halloween party at work. I love that.
That's fun. I love fun workplaces. Like that's,
Yeah, I can't wait to work at one.
Yeah. Savannah tells me all that.
Goals someday.
Someday.
Yeah.
When I get organized.
Listen, I got to make this place fun at some point.
It's very fun.
So,
Stop it. But we definitely, like with Savannah, she's got parties all the time.
Yeah.
And then Harley, as a manager.
Like Eddie Murphy party all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But Harley actually gets a stipend per month, like I don't know if it's a stipend, but part of her budget for her store and its employees is money to spend on taking them out to thank them for working there. So every month she has this amount of money. It doesn't carry over, but she can do something special for her employees. And yesterday was her first one.
That's awesome.
So she was all excited.
It was the party was last night? Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear about that. Yeah. And those are
But I think that's really
all
cool.
All kidding aside, those are the kind of dreams that I have about this place. It's just where she works, is a big giant coffee corporation in Arizona and on the West Coast. We here are not so big and giant yet, but at some point that would be really cool. Like I have dreams about that and bigger Christmas parties and things like that. So we'll see.
She had a great experience where this kid had a bike. He brought a brand new bike, spent $1,000 on it because it's his way to and from work. And they have a bike. They don't have Dutch doesn't have a bike rack, but there was a bike rack, a public bike rack within like vision of the the store. So he parked his bike and he locked it up and he comes out and it's gone. It was stolen. So Harley got permission to use some of the like the amount that she had to go replace his bike. And he was crying. She was crying. The regional was crying. They called the parents because they were emergency contacts and said, we want to do this for him, but we want to make sure he's home. They went, the bike store they went to were able to pull up like the receipt and get the exact bike that he had before.
That's cool.
And so, yeah, all was crying, but I love that she was a part of that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's really cool that you can do something like that. Also, in this day and age, people are cutting locks and stealing bikes still. Like, I remember this being a thing when I was a kid.
They were cutting those locks that were, what are they made out of? That like supposedly you need a blowtorch to those locks. They weigh a ton. The black ones.
I mean, when we were kids, it was like little wires. You could do it with like clippers. But I will never forget. And I'm already behind, but I have to tell you this story. So I remember being a teenager.
Yeah.
And I was playing Little League with a buddy of mine named CJ. We were good buddies. And I don't know if it was his bike or his brother's bike. I think it was his older brother's bike got stolen. And they were at the park where we played Little League. And a guy rode by on the bike. And the mom saw it, took her other son's bike and hopped on it. Now, this is a grown adult woman on a little BMX bike chasing him down. And meanwhile, they're at the park. So they got it was a small suburb. So they got the police on, and they ended up catching the kid while this woman's chasing him through the streets of Norridge or Harwood Heights.
That's great, though.
Oh, it was hilarious to see.
Yeah, cue the music from The Wizard of Oz, right?
Oh,
my gosh.
So, all right. So, Dave says we won't be dressing up this year for Halloween. Tiffany says Cheryl saw my costume already. So apparently you guys were playing dress up, and I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I missed.
She sent me. She sent it DM.
Tiffany says, Steve, you can dress up anytime. Yeah, except I don't. Yeah, I just I listen. It's I pretty much wear Touhyville Q 98 Gold or Bear Country stuff every day, and I just finally got our washer and dryer hooked up, so it was getting close. I almost had to wear like a regular piece of clothing today,
right?
But I found this one. I did my first load of laundry last night, so but sure, I could dress up every day. I could wear a top hat and tails too. And Kathy says, Steve, there were 7 of us kids, and I don't think we could have had any wallpaper going up the stairs. My mom used that kind of frame for our school pictures. LOL. Yes, it was all going up the stairs. Absolutely. So my parents had bins and bins and bins of pictures that now they're just giving us. We've been going through them each time we go there, and they're like, okay, we're going to be throwing these boxes out. So this pile is garbage, this pile take with you. Because they're just trying to make it so that at some point they know they're going to leave this house. And it's like, okay, we don't have to go through everything all at once. So, all right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll dive into some more stories. How about Halloween costumes? PC Halloween, are these costumes still acceptable to dress up as this year? We'll find out in just a little bit.
Weather is brought to you by Alliance Bank.
Today, gradually becoming sunny and windy with wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour and a high near 64. Tonight, mostly clear and calm with a low around 36. Thursday, sunny with a high near 64. Thursday night, a 70% chance of showers with a possible thunderstorm after 1 a.m. Increasing clouds with a low around 46. Friday, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 10 a.m. Partly sunny and breezy with a high near 70. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 41.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Franciscan Health delivers advanced cancer care, where every patient matters. Serving the residents of Rensselaer and beyond, we are privileged to offer personalized cancer treatments and world-class cancer services without the need to travel far. Fighting cancer is a brave battle, and our team of physicians and oncology nurses are here to support your journey of hope, healing, and triumph in the place you call home. To schedule your appointment in Rensselaer, go to franciscanhealth.org/cancercare.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
$5.55 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today.
George Aid Memorial Healthcare in Brooke, Indiana offers a spectrum of personalized services, whether it's short-term rehabilitation or long-term care. Each resident experiences a tailored approach to their healthcare needs and well-being. Residents engage in community activities, including delightful trips, and can also take advantage of convenient transportation services. George Aid is more than just for the elderly. They have workplace injury, outpatient rehab and therapy services that ensure every individual's needs are met with expertise and compassion. Visit georgeaid.org or call them at 219-275-2531. George Aid Memorial Healthcare. We care for you in a quiet country setting.
Choosing the right candidates for any office can be difficult.
My office has lots of drama.
I share my office. But no matter what kind of office you have, if you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the most qualified candidates for your roles fast. So, for any kind of office,
I'm really going places in my office.
count on ZipRecruiter to find the right candidates for it. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
This is Dan Long, candidate for North Newton School Board. When elected, I will serve all students, staff, and administration, supporting each of them to be their best. Students deserve board members that prioritize their education, not a board member's personal agenda. Our staff and administration deserve board members that support them to do the job they were trained and hired to do. I am not a politician, so do the right thing. Write in Dan Long for North Newton School Board at large.
Paid for by the committee to elect Dan Long.
Glotzba Pharmacy is your neighborhood pharmacist. At Glotzba, Angie and her team go above and beyond and are there to answer all of your questions with knowledge and care to keep your family at their healthiest or to help your family get nursed back to health. Glotzba Pharmacy is about more than just medication refills. They carry beautiful gift items and collectibles, including candles, balloons, toys, and greeting cards. Check out Glotzba's wide variety of CBD and daily vitamin supplements. Need your annual flu or COVID vaccine to stay healthy this season? Call for your appointment today. Visit Glotzba Pharmacy at 500 South Grand Street in Fowler or visit online at glotzbapharmacy.com. Glotzba Pharmacy, their family caring for yours.
97.7 The Q. Touhyville. Two Tuohys are better than one.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show.
What day is it today?
It's Wednesday.
So what's it like being on the radio?
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
It really is special.
It is. It really is.
What about radio?
In radio, it helps to, jazz it up a little bit so that we create what we call a word picture.
That's not how radio works.
You'll have to take radio the way it is.
It's divine. Love it just the way it is.
Showtime.
Steve and Cheryl with you. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Portions of the show is brought to us by our friends over at the Hilltop in Morocco. Stop by the Hilltop today. Wings and Whiskey Wednesday. $1 wings, $3 whiskey, no top shelf. And don't forget to play the high-low game for your chance to win a $25 gift certificate to the Hilltop in Morocco. You can do that on the Touhyville Facebook page. It's the only place we play it, is on the Touhyville Facebook page. We drew a 3 on Monday. So you have to decide whether or not you think the card we draw on Friday will be higher or lower than that 3. If you are correct, you will be entered in to win a $25 gift certificate to the Hilltop in Morocco. Also want to mention our friends over at KIRPC Head Start. KIRPC Head Start takes care of kids 3 to 5 for all areas of Newton, Jasper, and Pulaski counties. When I say 3 to 5, I mean 3 to 5 years old, not 3 to 5 in the afternoon. I don't want it to be confused with like after-school daycare. Foster and homeless families and families receiving SNAP are automatically eligible for the program. Find out more at KIRPC.net. That's their website, or KIRPC Head Start on Facebook. All right. We're talking Halloween this morning. We only got a few minutes before we're going to take our last break of the hour and then get into NWLQI. We got news and stuff, and we'll come back with Frank with sports and things. So we'll see if we can dive into some of these. There's only 6. I think we might be able to get through some of these. By the way, Dave says Halloween is a pagan holiday. That is true, Dave. As our, I don't want to get too deep, but as our a lot of holidays have a lot of pagan origins, and your beliefs are your beliefs, and you go forward with them. So it's kind of like a smell and taste you can't debate. You want to have your beliefs or whatever they are. I don't knock them. So
it's a very bad day. It was a very anti-Semitic holiday.
Yeah, I mean,
like I didn't do anything for Halloween until. I had kids myself, probably.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's just candy day. So it's, but that's why I'm not going to knock anybody else's beliefs. Whatever you feel that you don't want to celebrate, that's okay. My whole thing with all of it is whatever it is, whether it's Christmas or this or that, or, get drunk Tuesday or whatever you celebrate, whatever you want to do with it is your thing. Don't push it on me, and I won't push my thing on you. That's my thing.
I kind of agree with you.
Okay,
but for one exception, that if it's spewing hatred or disrespecting another person's religion, then I got a problem.
But I think
it was very anti-Semitic back in the day, like very, very anti-Semitic. So when I had my kids, I was like, okay, it's kind of about candy right now, like candy and dressing up. But
that's what I'm saying.
The history of it is not a good history.
But if my beliefs are knocking your beliefs, then that's the opposite of what I'm saying.
Correct.
I'm saying,
don't
push your thing on me. I won't push my thing on you, and we could all live in harmony.
Yeah.
Because one of the things, going back to the way the weirdness took over the country with COVID, for me was I came in here every day. And mask, don't mask, whatever it's Team Human. # Team Human was my thing. Like, we're all on this earth
try
together.
Not to kill each other.
Right. We're all
on, even if it's on quote accident.
Right.
Like,
we're all sitting on this round planet together. Let's find ways to make this work. That's why, for me, at my core, I hate this time of year with the election season, because there are so many things that I see
that are
one
ugly.
way or the other that are just, and I hate it.
Yeah.
It's not, I like to enjoy my everyday. I like to see someone on the street and smile at them. It's why you and I keep talking about this neighborhood that we moved into, which is just around the corner from where you lived and minutes from where I lived.
Yeah, it's like down the street.
I just see so many people walking around, walking their dogs, saying hi.
Boys on bikes, little
dogs. A lot
dogs,
of smiles, a lot of waves. Like, it's just nice. And that's the kind of life I want to live. I'm not good with hate. I'm not good with confrontation. I'm not good with disagreements. I just want to be and live, and I want you to be and live however you want to do it. Like, just don't step on anybody else's thing,
Well, and the quickest way to, if you want to spread, the love of Christ or your faith, it's in action. It's literally when people go, how come she didn't react the way
I thought she would.
Mm-hmm.
How come that difference, in my opinion, is Christ in my heart or grace? Like
Right.
grace has been given to me. So despite wanting to punch someone in the face, I don't do that. I take a deep breath and I go, okay, I wonder what's going on for them today. Or can I pray for them? Or take a deep breath because you weren't perfect either.
Right.
You meaning me.
Right.
But the way not to do it is, in my opinion, is to like try to shove it down someone's throat because you're not aware of what circumstances got them to this place where they're at. And that's a lot to unravel, but you have to be respectful of how people got to where they got. And yes, the answer is, let's say, in my opinion, is Christ. Be very careful not to diminish what they've been through and how right now they might not be able to see that as the answer. So be supportive, be loving, be the example of love and light. And through that example, other people can't help but go, there's something different about her. There's something different about him.
Right. And for me, I would say one of the greatest ways that you can spread happiness and love is on the 31st of October, when little people in mass come to your home begging for food, give them candy. That's probably not
Right.
not
That could only get worse by you saying, yeah, it says in Matthew that Jesus told us, when I was hungry, you gave me Reese's peanut butter cups.
Snickers. That's right.
You gave me pumpkins.
Full size.
Reese's pumpkins.
Full size.
No, I didn't.
All right, honey, I'm heading out for my morning walk. Hey, neighbor, front yard is looking great.
Yeah, we picked up some beautiful plants from Clark's.
Oh, there's Scott. Hey, your landscaping looks incredible.
Yep, quick trip to Clark's for some rocks and mulch. It was super easy with their help.
All right, see you guys later. Honey, I'm back from my walk.
Great. Hey, I was thinking we should really do something with our front yard.
We should go to Clark's Garden and Floral Center. They have everything from plants to rocks and mulch to outdoor decorations.
Great idea. Did you come up with that on your own?
Of course.
Clark's Garden and Floral Center on Route 231 in Remington. Visit online at clarksgardenandfloral.com and like them on Facebook.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all day freshness.
This is the Q 97.7 FM WLQI Rensselaer. Start your day in Touhyville and stick around for Northwest Indiana's best classic rock all day long, right here on the Q.
It's time for a check of news. This check of news brought to us by Ned Tonner, attorney at law, located across from Milroy Park in Rensselaer. Here's Russ Martin.
A short video from Libby German's cell phone was played for the jury yesterday during the trial of Richard Allen. This took place as part of the testimony of Brian Bunner, a digital forensic expert with the Indiana State Police. The amount of video extracted lasted only 35 to 40 seconds, and either Libby or Abby Williams said something that sounded like, quote, "There's no path down there. We've got to go down there," unquote. This was the first time this was ever played in public. The trial of Allen continues tomorrow. Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th, and early in-person voting continues until noon on Monday, November 4th, local time. Counties vary as to their hours and weekday locations where you can absentee vote. However, all counties in Indiana must have early voting locations on the 2 Saturdays leading up to Election Day. That means this Saturday, October 26th, and next Saturday, November 2nd. Times for voting will not necessarily be the same in each county. Therefore, to find out your polling location and hours for early voting, go to indianavoters.com. You will also be able to see all the candidates on your ballot. We told you in an earlier news story that Jasper County Clerk Kara Fishburne reported a substantial increase in the number of people who had already voted in this election. We spoke with Pulaski County Clerk Jolyn Bainey, and she said a total of 733 people voted early there in the primary, and the number of early voters in person already is up to 936. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office reported a Rensselaer man, 40-year-old Sean Castaneda, was charged with methamphetamine possession following the report of a car stopped in the turn lane on State Road 10 at the stoplight at Kankakee Valley High School last October 17th. A press release from law enforcement issued yesterday reported Castaneda initially gave his first name as Jesse, but could not remember his date of birth. Authorities stated he later admitted that he gave a different first name due to outstanding warrants in Jasper and White counties. In addition to the drug charge, he faces driving while suspended and refusal to identify himself, both misdemeanors. School corporations in Indiana were required to take an official count of their number of students earlier this month, as required by state statute. Funding from the state is determined based on the number of students enrolled. Superintendent Don Street of Kankakee Valley.
Our student enrollment is 3,045 students. We have seen some decline in our enrollment from last year. In October 2023, our enrollment was 3,103 students, and in February we had 3,061 students.
The Indiana burn ban continues for some counties in Indiana. In this area, the burn ban remains in effect in Jasper, Newton, White, Pulaski, and Benton counties. Stark County has lifted their burn ban, and there is no burn ban in Lake or Porter County. If you live outside these counties and want to know if your county has such a ban, Google Indiana burn ban. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, stay well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
Are you facing a difficult family law decision involving a dissolution or a post-dissolution matter? Hi, this is Ned Tonner. Family law can be extremely challenging. For over 25 years, I've helped clients navigate through life's difficult times. We meet, identify issues, take action steps, and discuss and set up a plan. Call me today to discuss your case.
Ned Tonner, attorney at law, is located on West Washington Street in Rensselaer, across from Milroy Park. Call 866-8888 to schedule your appointment.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
98-year-old Betty Dahl of Francisville passed away on October 18th. Funeral services for Betty Dahl will be held at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today at Frayne Mortuary, Quarry Albright Chapel, Francisville. Reverend Judith Dahl and Kay Bond officiating. Burial will take place at St. James Salem Cemetery in Francisville. Memorial contributions may be made to Indiana State Talking Book and Braille Library or to the charity of the donor's choice. Online tributes may be offered at fraynemortuary.com. Arrangements entrusted to Frayne Mortuary, Francisville. 71-year-old Janet Marie Mock of Wolcott passed away on October 18th. Friends may call on the family on Thursday, October 24th from 10 a.m. until noon Central Time at Jackson Funeral Chapel, Rensselaer. Funeral services for Janet Mock will follow at noon with Reverend Ralph Moeller officiating. Interment at Memory Gardens, Rensselaer. Memorials may be made to the Lafayette Civic Theater. To share memories and or condolences, visit jacksonfuneral.com. 68-year-old Janet Wilhite of Goodland passed away on Friday, October 18th. Visitation will be Friday, October 25th from 5 until 7 p.m. Central Time at Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Home, Goodland Chapel. Funeral services for Janet Wilhite will be Saturday, October 26th at 11 a.m. Central Time at the Funeral Home in Goodland, with Rick Gertz officiating. Interment will be at Riverside Cemetery, Brook. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the Mount Zion United Methodist Church in Kentland or the Victorious Life Assembly of God in Goodland. Arrangements entrusted to Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Goodland Chapel. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. 92-year-old James Rainier of Fowler passed away on September 25th. A celebration of life for James Rainier will be held at the Benton County Country Club on Friday, October 25th from 4 until 8 p.m. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made to the Benton County Country Club. Area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather is brought to you by Bozeman Oil.
Today, gradually becoming sunny and windy with wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour and a high near 64. Tonight, mostly clear and calm with a low around 36. Thursday, sunny with a high near 64. Thursday night, a 70% chance of showers with a possible thunderstorm after 1 a.m. Increasing clouds with a low around 46. Friday, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 10 a.m. Partly sunny and breezy with a high near 70. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 41.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Welcome to Touhyville, 97.7 The Q and 98 Gold. It's time for a look at sports. It's brought to us by our friends over at Nitco. Visit nitco.com today and find out how you can get high-speed internet for your home or your business.
A pleasant good Wednesday. Here's your sports. I'm Frank Sprankle. Starting off with the NHL, skating for the third of four consecutive on United Center ice Tuesday. The Blackhawks doomed by giving up 4 goals in the first period, helping result in a 6-3 loss to the Vancouver Canucks. 2 of those opening period Vancouver goals, courtesy of left winger Danton Heinen. Peter Mrazek in net for the Blackhawks, allowing all 6 of those goals. Blackhawks got their tallies from Ryan Donato, Taylor Hall, both in the first, as well as Tyler Bertuzzi on the power play in the third. Hall's goal marking his 700th career NHL point. Blackhawks conclude the homestand Friday with a visit from the Nashville Predators. NBA, the time has arrived for the Bulls. The opening of the 2024-25 regular season on Wednesday. It gets started on the road with the New Orleans Pelicans. The last 2 seasons, the Bulls an under 500 group, finishing at 39-43 last season, but coming up a win shy of making the playoffs after losing to the Miami Heat in the 8th seed game of the league's play-in tournament. During the summer, the Bulls trading all-star guard forward DeMar DeRozan to the Sacramento Kings, who led the NBA in minutes played during the 2023-24 season. A reminder, WRIN Radio, Bear Country 104.5 FM is your home for Chicago Bulls basketball during the season, including Wednesday's opener at the Pelicans. Bulls Radio Network pregame 6:45 p.m. Central, tip-off 7 p.m. Central. The Pacers also on the road Wednesday and getting their season underway, going up against the Detroit Pistons. Last season, a big turnaround for the Pacers from 35-47 in 2022-23 to 47-35 in 2023-24, which would witness an eventual trip to the Eastern Conference Finals, only to get swept in 4 straight to the eventual NBA champion Boston Celtics. Speaking of the Celtics, they raised their championship banner, number 18 on Tuesday, part of the NBA's 2-game opening night slate. Afterwards, the Celtics at home took care of the New York Knicks, winning 132-109, led by a dominant game high 37 points from Jason Tatum. The Celtics forward also had a double-double, 10 assists. The other opening night tilt on the West Coast featuring the Los Angeles Lakers towering over the Minnesota Timberwolves 110-103. Lakers center Anthony Davis, the main factor, a double-double, 36 points, 16 rebounds. History in this one, the first father-son to take the court in an NBA game. The Lakers, LeBron James and Bronny James. LeBron James had 16 points. Bronny James, off the bench for just under 3 minutes, recorded a rebound. College football, Indiana quarterback Curtis Rourke had successful surgery on Monday in repairing an injured thumb, which occurred in Saturday's 56-7 home win over Nebraska. The 13th-ranked Hoosiers will not have the services of Rourke this upcoming Saturday when they host Washington. However, the possibility exists Rourke could be ready the following week, Saturday, November 2nd, when the Hoosiers travel to Michigan State. Lastly, the New York Yankees and Los Angeles Dodgers get set for Game 1 of the World Series on Friday, yet the Fall Classic will be overshadowed by sadness. Dodgers southpaw great Fernando Valenzuela passed away, announced Tuesday by the Dodgers on the X social media platform. The 1981 Rookie of the Year and Cy Young Award winner in the NL, Valenzuela went 13-7 in that rookie season, leading the majors in strikeouts with 180, becoming such a popular figure he became known as Fernando Mania. He helped guide the Dodgers to the World Series title that year over the Yankees, the last time both clubs met for the world title. Valenzuela's highest win total was 21 in 1986. In later years, he worked for the Dodgers on their Spanish language broadcasts, having been hospitalized recently for an undisclosed illness. The official cause of death not released. Valenzuela was 63. And that's a look at your sports for this Wednesday. I'm Frank Sprankle.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all 3? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Let's play Find the Big Deal with Stragan Mantell. Give me a call, 219-866-4104. Looking for the price today on Wagner's Barbecue Baby Back Ribs. Wagner's Barbecue Baby Back Ribs in the brand new sale flyer from Stragan Mantell. Visit StraganMantell.com, or you can head to our website, WLQI977.com or 981WIBN.com, and click on the Stragan Mantell link. It'll head you to their sale flyer. You find out how much the Wagner's Barbecue Baby Back Ribs are. Call me at 219-866-4104. Let me know the price on that item, and you'll be entered in for a chance to win a $50 gift card from Stragan Mantell and Touhyville. Good luck.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SAVE, or text SAVE to 511-511 and claim 40% off. Roundhouseprovisions.com, code SAVE.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You could be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text SAVE to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy from Dell Technologies. Bring projects to life with the XPS 16. It delivers supercharged processing for enhanced productivity and freedom to express yourself. Performance-class Dell PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors deliver a dedicated engine to help accelerate AI. Enjoy free shipping, Dell rewards, and expert support. When you get a Dell PC with AI, it gives back. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Like any good agent, we're here for the open house, for the closing, for handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents who are realtors volunteer at nearly 3 times the national average. We're working to broaden access to credit, increase affordable housing supply, and ensure fair housing for all. And realtors are bound by a code of ethics. We're here for it all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
All right, congratulations to Dan in Rensselaer and Tiffany in Rensselaer. Both got in to let me know that Wagner's Barbecue Baby Back Ribs are on sale this week for $8.99 when you use your digital rewards account at Stragan Mantell. Make sure when you go shopping, you use that digital rewards account every time you enter your phone number in, or tell the cashier to put your phone number in, because it also enters you in for a chance to win a $1,000 gift card every day this month. Stragan Mantell is celebrating their 95th anniversary with a chance for you to win. They are giving a card away for $1,000 every day this month. Simply use your rewards account every time you shop for a chance to win. One winner every day, no purchase necessary. Complete rules and details at StraganMantell.com. All right, your second chance to get registered for that $50 gift card that we'll draw the winner for on Friday will be up on the WLQI and 98 Gold Facebook pages here in just a little bit. Head over there, comment with the price. You'll be entered in for a chance to win. Good luck.
This is Dan Long, candidate for North Newton School Board. When elected, I will serve all students, staff, and administration, supporting each of them to be their best. Students deserve board members that prioritize their education, not a board member's personal agenda. Our staff and administration deserve board members that support them to do the job they were trained and hired to do. I am not a politician. So, do the right thing. Write in Dan Long for North Newton School Board at large.
Paid for by the committee to elect Dan Long.
It's time for the Home of the Week, brought to you by Cornerstone Real Estate in downtown Rensselaer.
Hi, Linda Heckema with my new listing, a fabulous mid-century modern ranch located at 2970 West Buncombe Road. This 2232 square foot home has updated kitchen, 2 baths, laundry, floors, and well, just everything is updated. The newly completed game room has surround sound, fireplace, one of 4 in the home, and a hot tub. There are 4 bedrooms. The huge primary suite with a wall of windows allowing for a great view of the wildlife walking in the backyard. The 1.95-acre wooded lot is the setting for a raised patio with fire pit and 2 large storage sheds. For your showing of 2970 West Buncombe Road, call Linda at 219-869-8662. Cornerstone, let our real estate experience work for you.
Listen for the Home of the Week every Wednesday and Friday morning on WLQI, featuring the best homes in the real estate market. Brought to you by Cornerstone Real Estate on Washington Street in downtown Rensselaer.
If your saving for retirement strategy involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," we need to talk. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Christine Bogan. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Stop by our office at 210 Washington Street in Rensselaer. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Complete your roofing project now and save big at Menards. Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements. Owens Corning shingles are the #1 brand trusted by contractors. Choose from over 40 options and get a limited lifetime warranty and up to 130 miles per hour wind warranty. Save big at Owens Corning shingles. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com. For all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Touhyville. 2 Touhies are better than one.
What day is it?
What am I going to do? Make a big announcement?
Yeah.
Big announcement, everybody.
It's Wednesday.
Up and at 'em.
Everybody works on Wednesday.
Who are these people? Who are these people?
These are idiots.
Not exactly the best and brightest. These people are not rocket scientists.
Okay, I get it. The gloves are off.
These are just ordinary, boring people.
All right. You seem like a lunatic. Let's do this.
Showtime.
Welcome into Touhyville. Steve and Cheryl with you here, hanging out, doing our thing on a fun time Wednesday morning. Thank you for getting your day started with us here at the Q at 98 Gold. Portions of which are brought to us by our friends over at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Our friends at McDonald's did want to make sure that we mentioned, okay, it was all over the news yesterday, the E. coli breakout in, what was it, like 10 or 11 states in the...
I thought it was 14.
14
but okay.
states, okay, in the country, due to the slivered onions on the quarter pounder with cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And the most important part of this is on my quarter pounder, I always say no slivered onions. No, that's not the most important part of it. I'm kidding.
There's that.
No, I talked with Brett from McDonald's.
10 states, 49 cases, 10 hospitalizations, and 1 death.
Okay.
But not in the Midwest.
Well,
other than, Wisconsin was in it.
Iowa,
so
not in Illinois, not in
Yeah.
Indiana.
Mhm.
And I talked with Brett, and he said it never got near their distribution center that sends out their food and
Mhm.
onions and stuff like that. So you don't have anything to worry about here. So they want to make sure that we let you know that. And of course, don't forget this Saturday, Fries of the Firefighter. This is going to be so cool for the
Epic.
kids.
Yep.
So cool.
Kids and adults.
Yes, for sure. Yes.
I mean,
and
have
I
you ever
want to
been
point
up close
out.
and personal with a fire truck? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know how they find anything. There's so many places to put stuff.
When we did
It's
the
like
blood
my
drive,
closet. No, I'm kidding.
when we did it was like the garage yesterday. When we did the blood drive, seeing those fire trucks in the inside the garage,
Mhm.
you know, and they had trainees, and one of the things they were trained on was washing the fire truck. I mean, because you don't think about that as like, oh, we just went out and fought a fire and there's smoke and soot and everything everything's got to be clean so that it's all ready to go, because you don't know when the next call's coming in. That's all part of the deal with the volunteer fire department. Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. So as much as I think it's really cool that Kasatovic McDonald's is doing this, and they do great things in the community, I do want to also mention the volunteer fire department is bringing over the truck, so you can do Fries of the Firefighter. You get a free fry, fire truck tour, fire safety table, fun for all ages.
Well,
It's going to be a
and
blast.
As if that isn't enough, we have one of the best, if not the best, volunteer firefighting staff
Yes.
in the country. I mean, people come here to train and stuff.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and now we got that new tower that just opened up for the firefighters. So yeah, so very cool stuff. So yes, but so that's this Saturday from 10:30 to 12:30 at the Rensselaer McDonald's on College Avenue is Fries of the Firefighter. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm hoping I'm able to swing by at some point during that couple hours. It's going to be a busy weekend, but I'm going to see if I can swing by there for just to check it out, see what's happening. So, all right. Let's see a couple more folks jumping in saying hello. Christine says, good morning. There's a beautiful sunrise today. Isn't that the best?
Yeah, that is the best.
That's the best when you get to see the sunrise. Every so often I'll catch it out the side window of Bear Country when I come back from like my office or running around to grab stuff.
Well, before I did the show and I would arrive to work, that would be what I would see. And it was just, I mean, there were pinks and purples and woof.
Yeah. Sean says, good morning. What a beautiful sunrise to another blessed day. Wow. Everybody talk about the sunrise this morning. We missed it here in the Touhyville Dungeon. Yes. At some point, and I know I've talked about this 100 times, at some point we're going to move into the other room where at least we'll have the window to see out. Tiffany says, speaking of the new house, getting everything organized, ? We're getting there. Here's what I said to Brett when he asked me about it yesterday. Every day it's becoming more and more of a home. Did you feel like that? Like
I do.
Every day it's becoming a little bit more of a home.
Yeah.
You know, more things are going up on the walls, more things are coming in, more things are making it. Like yesterday we added in, and I know it sounds little, but added a leaf to the table and just, it's like more
Positioned it right.
geometric. You know, we got 2 lamps, something neither one of us were used to. The idea that there's not a light in the ceiling in the living room and dining room. Like, oops, we didn't think that.
I didn't think that through because I've never seen it at night.
So, so you know, you got 2 new lamps that went in there, and we saw how that worked out yesterday. So it's just every day becoming a little more and more of a home.
Yeah.
You know? So she says, Madison says, Cheryl, she loves your egg chair on the front porch. It's got to be
the swing.
The swing.
Yeah.
And Tiffany says, take time for sure. Sunrise was beautiful. And Sean says, now it's gone. I know, Sean. I went up there to grab water out of my car and it wasn't going on. So that's fantastic. So glad you guys are getting your day off to a great start with us and a sunrise. And, you know, I'm sure the sunrise had something to do with it too. All right. So we didn't get a chance to get to this last hour. This PC Halloween, are these costumes still acceptable in 2024? Okay. Are these costumes still okay? Can a woman dress as a man?
What?
Yeah, why not? What?
It's a costume.
It's Halloween.
Pretend. Yes. And I think it's funny when a man dresses as a woman, like, you know what I mean? Or whatever.
I do too. I got to tell you, though, I did it when I was younger, and I was a little disturbed at how good looking I was. I wanted it to stop. I guess, okay, this is not working for me.
Okay.
So 69% said yes, that's still okay. 19% said no. Stop being such a stick in the mud. And 11% said they aren't sure. I've said it 1,000 times. When people ask you these questions in a poll, what is it you're not sure about? You understand that it's just your opinion. It's an opinion.
Yeah.
And also, if they're not sure, just lop those people off and then just go with the percentages. Like,
yeah,
I'm not sure. I need to think about it.
Okay, bye.
You know, yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, it's like you and I were joking about. We saw a thing with Lewis Black about people that are still undecided in the voting. How? We're talking about 2 completely polar opposite people.
Right.
How could whichever way you go,
right,
whichever way you go,
right.
How are you unsure at this point? That boggles my brain.
I still don't know if they're Pepsi or Coke people.
Right.
Like, who cares?
I giggled a little bit when I walked into Strax yesterday, and I think it was the end of this sale because it was Tuesday. They had RC on sale. I went, I don't ever remember RC being like prominent anywhere.
I don't think I saw RC. I haven't seen RC since my parents were alive.
Yeah, it was
and
2
then
liter
they would
bottles of
buy
RC.
it. Oh my gosh. They would buy it when it was on sale. And I'd be like, please don't do that again.
See, for me, RC is nostalgic.
Really?
They used to give it to us free with the pizza. At the pizza place that we would go and pick up the pizza, and it always was that white cover, like the white bag that they would put the pizza in with the picture of Italy on it. Every pizza place had that. like no, we're real Italian, you know. And
it's like the pasta bread bowl.
Yeah.
That my nonna made.
So real Italian with the RC Cola, you know. So yeah. So I just always remember when we would get free pop with it, we'd get a free 2 liter of RC Cola. So let's see. Okay, can a woman dress as a man and a man dress as a woman? 69% said it's okay for a woman to dress as a man, but only 65% said that it's okay for a man to dress as a woman. Guys, get over your stuff. It's okay. Don't be weirded out just because you're attracted to a man dressed as a woman.
I do think it was a lot funnier back then when, all of our parents had knee highs. So they would like do the knee high, the flesh knee high, you know.
My parents went all out one year for a Halloween costume and they did half and half. So half the body was male, half the body was female.
Oh my gosh.
And when I say went all out, my dad shaved half his mustache.
Whoa.
And then obviously shaved the rest after Halloween. But
he would be one funny looking police officer. I
that's
think
true. Yes.
But you're under arrest.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't take you seriously,
right?
Sir, even though your gun is pointed directly on my head.
Right. Sir, I believe half your mustache fell off.
Right.
Something
you
happened.
ate it with your hot dog at lunch or whatever.
Something just happened to it. Can a non-Native American dress as a Native American? Yes. It's Halloween.
I got to think about that one. Not sure.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Not sure.
It's Halloween. It's
right,
just dress up day.
Okay, but that's respecting a certain faith or group of people. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I don't know if someone put a yarmulke and tzitzis on, like, you know, the strings that are hanging down or dressed like a Lubavitch Rebbe or whatever it is, that I would not take offense to that.
All right.
I don't know. It just depends on, I guess it depends on whether or not you're trying to make fun or, I don't know. Not down with that one.
All right.
How many people were not down with that one?
52% said it's still okay. 30% said definitely not.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I'm in that 30.
Yeah. Like, so it would, I mean, I'm not Native American. So, I mean,
neither am I, but
I technically am though. I mean,
but
I'm not. So, all right, now this is going to get off in a weird thing, but
yeah,
maybe I'm crazy. Doesn't Native American just mean I'm native to America? So I was born here in America.
Indian descent, not India like India, but Indian, right. American Indian.
Right. But Native American,
yeah,
I believe means born. I'm a native to America. I believe. I could be crazy. I mean, I don't want to go too far with it. Jay says
Native American. 78% of whom live outside reservations. U.S. Census defines American Indian or Alaska Native as a person having origins in any of the original peoples of North and South America, including Central America, and who maintains tribal affiliation or community attachment.
Okay.
So I don't think it's got anything to do with, like, I was born in America.
Okay. Then I'm wrong. Okay. So anyway, I don't have a problem with it, but again, I'm not Native American, so it wouldn't bother me. Can you dress up in a cultural costume?
Okay, that's the same question.
Right.
That's
See,
what
yeah. What culture are we talking about?
What does it matter? Because you're in that culture.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
offensive.
I guess what we're talking about is what is cultural then? What are we talking about? Are we talking about like Jewish? Are we talking about
well, it could be Jewish. It could be Native American. It could be, let's say, I put
so culture would
know.
be like your upbringing, I guess.
Right.
In this instance. Okay.
Because if you're not a part of that and you do it, the question is,
well, I'm trying to think of what other cultures are we dressing up as for Halloween? I don't know.
Yeah.
So 62% said yes, 20% said no. But the yes drops to 56% for adult costumes. So they say in kids it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can your costume include a realistic looking gun or other weapon? Like if you're a cowboy or a cop or something like that, can it look real? I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. I know it could go bad, but
well, are we talking at school or are we talking like just trick or treating, or does it matter?
I don't know if it says. I mean,
I
it's just whether or not it's offensive. Tina says, I'm part Indian and I don't have a problem with someone wanting to dress up as one. So, and I assume you mean like from here. So, let's see. And lastly, okay, so this should be even higher, but can white people wear blackface makeup if they're dressing up as a black person? 33% still think that's okay. That's a big no. Like you can dress up as that.
Why? See that? Okay, so that's how wacko I am. I never understood that either. I mean, I guess blackface.
Right, because blackface isn't really like you're not like darkening your skin. Blackface is black. It's like it's like
it's not like African American black, like darker skin tone black.
And it's it goes back to a racist time.
So they mean like blackface, not like trying to look African American because you're going as O.J. Simpson or whatever it is, right?
But if you're going as O.J. Simpson, you're probably trying to be offensive,
Or name of another football player.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, no, I get what you're. Yeah, Michael Jordan. I get what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know. It's. I get what you're saying.
I think it'd be very interesting to take a class on diversity and offensiveness in cultures, because I could just tell you, in the last 2 years, because I was here when I said it, I just said, yeah, I'm going to sit Indian style and I'm going to, and I stopped myself and I went, ooh, is that okay to say anymore? I mean, because when we were kids, we were at camp and they'd be like, okay, everybody sit Indian style.
Yeah. I think it would make me pull my hair out. Like, because it's just like, what offends one person doesn't offend another. Tina just put it out right there. What offends one person doesn't offend another person. How much do we have to?
As much as is needed not to offend the person. That's how aware we have to be, is in my opinion. Meaning
for everyone.
Yeah.
So everyone has the right to not be offended by anything. Like
has the right to be offended if they're part of that.
So where's the line?
The offensiveness is the line. Meaning I had a very good friend, and you know who they are. And I went in there for advertising and I loved them. So there's nothing there. They're not anti-Semitic, nothing. She was talking about someone Jewing her down. And I went, oh my God. Like my face turned beet red. And I went, oh. And she goes,
you turned into Beyonce?
Oh my gosh. But I did say, I mean, it rendered me like, what? And she goes, well, I just meant like they were trying to get the price down. They were negotiating. I said, okay, Jew me down is not negotiating. It is negotiating as offensive as a word as can possibly be. You're kidding. Like they had no idea.
Right.
Me with the Indian style or Indian giver. Why do you have to be such an Indian giver? You know, I mean, that's what in the world is that? Like, so I think it's not that I'm hypersensitive or whatever it is. It's that I was born and raised Jewish, and where people put swastikas on our synagogues and stuff. And so, and half my relatives died in the Holocaust. So no, do not say Jew me down and say it's it's a non-offensive word that just means to negotiate. Don't use it. It makes me cuckoo, and I'm a Christian now. So I mean,
so I get what
don't do that.
I get what you're saying to that extent, that using stereotypes and things for different groups, for different, like, I get that part of it. I also think in a lot of ways as a culture, sometimes people are over worried about everything that everybody says. And I don't mean Indian style, Indian giver, Jew me down. Like, I'm saying in ways that there are things that you and I watch Jon Stewart do or Louis Black do that we find absolutely hilarious, that other people may find offensive. That's what I'm saying by the line. To me, there's normal lines that everyone should, racism, and by racism, that's not just the color of our skin, that's groups, that's, things of that nature. Those are lines that we shouldn't go over. Those are natural, where in my brain, they're just common sense offensive things. I don't do that.
Okay.
Here's
my problem with that. We aren't the race of the people that usually it's not a Jewish person.
I'm saying any race.
So then what I'm saying is, when you are outside of the culture of that race, you are not that race, or you don't, you're not, you might be a Jew by origin or whatever it is only. But my thing is, like, we really need to be sensitive, because it's not that race is being all cucamonga. It's that it's offensive to them. And it's on us to be careful with that, because we don't understand what that all means.
We're you and I are going in a circle. We're saying the same things.
Got it.
I'm with you on race and things like that. I'm saying there's a sensitivity about anything that might be humorous nowadays. That
well,
there are
that's politically
some people,
correct.
That's what I'm
you're
talking about.
The difference between
that's what I'm saying.
Racism or saying something.
I'm saying
offensive.
The things that you're saying should be common sense that we don't knock anymore. Like, there are things that that we just don't say anymore. And I get that. I'm saying that there are some things that are just humorous that I don't have.
But that's subjective. I've heard you say things, and I love you, and I know your relationship with God it's not for me to judge how you work that through.
Right.
Okay. There are things you say, and I step away from any metal, and I'm afraid God's going to come down and, with a great big lightning and zap you right in your butt. So my point is like, what's funny to one, it's subjective sometimes. And you, as a comedian on top of it, make fun of everything. I'm telling you, when I sat with who's the guy who makes fun of everybody? Don Rickles. Oh my gosh, when he made fun of the Holocaust at that point, or I'll take it off of that. I'll move it to NASA. When the NASA thing blew up, when Columbia or Challenger blew up, and they were making all sorts of jokes about that. Don't do that. And I'm not a comedian though. So and
I guess that's my thing, is where do I any other person that's making jokes, where do we have to draw the line? I can't possibly think about what's going to offend everybody.
Okay. And
'Cause
you
there's
say that
so many people,
and
you know?
to me, you're saying, and again, I'm not trying to fight with you, but I do want you to consider the fact that you're flippantly saying that, like, what do I just, right? Like, kind of like, okay, get with it. And you're stomping on hallowed ground because that might be their relative that died, or that might be 11 million people that are obliterated because of racism or whatever it is in World War II. Like, that's not like, to me, it's like,
Well-
ooh. Like,
Well,
you're getting,
when you're talking about Don Rickles, you're talking about a whole different thing. His whole act
Bit.
identity
Mhm.
is that
Mhm.
is to take every
right
cultural appropriation and, you know, and slam it.
But here's
So if
how I
you're
know it's
going-
wrong. I'll think it's funny until he gets to the Jew part, or until he gets to the this part, and it's affecting like people
But
I
that's
know
your
or
personal
me.
experience,
And then it's like,
yeah.
woo, no. Let me tell you a story. When I was 8 and we had to clear the synagogue because there was a bomb in there. Like, you know what I mean? Or let me tell you, when my dad was coming home on my daughter's second birthday, he left early. And 20 minutes later, they shot up everybody standing on the corner. Now, they didn't hit. None of the bullets hit, but they later killed a black coach in Skokie. All of that is not funny to me for very personal reasons. And so it's no more or less funny than someone making fun of, I don't know what topic, like, because we're all sensitive to the topics we're sensitive to.
And my thing is, if you're going to go see Don Rickles, this is what you're like, this is what you're going to see. You know what I mean? You know, you're dealing with that. Like, that's his thing,
Right.
you know? And I think there's a difference between going to a comedy club and having a conversation with someone over dinner. You know,
I'm just saying I didn't like Don Rickles. The guy I was
Yeah.
dating wanted to go, and
Yeah,
we
it
were in
wasn't for
Vegas.
you. Yeah.
Whatever. It's
Yeah.
not for me. However, I wasn't like, I thought it was really funny when he made the French people leave. I thought he was really funny when he, you know,
Mhm.
and then it came to my doorstep and I was like, okay, not so funny. And I felt myself getting like pissed, like upset. And so that I'm not justified because it affected me in one way. We're all justified in being upset or offended, and we just shouldn't offend people, I think. Especially because there's a long history. I mean, imagine Native Americans. I mean, and what they're up against.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we'll just agree to disagree on this one. I'm not putting you down. I'm saying we really, it's
just saying the sentence, we
Mhm.
shouldn't offend people, is a way bigger thing, because we don't, just like with your friend, didn't even know that saying Jew them down was offensive.
Mhm.
We don't know what's going to offend someone because they all have their own personal experience until they've been offended.
Okay, so then in your opinion, then what?
Then that's when you get to discussions.
Correct.
You know,
okay.
And that's fine. Listen, but Don Rickles hitting you personally,
Mhm.
you know, is different than sitting having a conversation at dinner and saying something offensive about Jews in general.
Mhm.
There are plenty of people, if we had a large Jewish audience listening to our show,
Mhm.
and every time I do one of these blah 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 shalom, could absolutely be offended. Absolutely. But I know you in the room finds it humorous. And at this exact moment, that's my audience. Yes, we have a lot of residents of Touhyville hanging out, but I'm in this room right now. So if I can make you laugh, that's what I'm going after, if that makes sense. Now, I have made jokes about religion, and had conversations with people that were offended by it. And we talk it through. And for me, this is me. This is how I live my life. Intent matters. So
I'm just going to tell you, though, as somebody who's speaking to the masses, sometimes people we don't know, people we don't see, I would tend to believe we have to be more responsible than that.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll let it drop for now, because we could just go back and forth for the next 3 hours. Yeah.
Right.
So,
and I'm
yeah.
not coming at you or saying that I am not as offensive at times. I'm sure I am. I just think you got to change your behavior once you learn it's offensive.
Yes. Okay. I can see where you're at with that. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a break and then come back and go down a different road, because I don't know where we're at.
Weather sponsored by Rensselaer Care Center, recently named by Newsweek one of America's best nursing homes.
Today, gradually becoming sunny and windy with wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour and a high near 64. Tonight, mostly clear and calm with a low around 36. Thursday, sunny with a high near 64. Thursday night, a 70% chance of showers with a possible thunderstorm after 1 a.m. Increasing clouds with a low around 46. Friday, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 10 a.m. Partly sunny and breezy with a high near 70. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 41.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
$5.55 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today. Hello?
Hey, man. I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Catlin to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
Hello, I'm Bruce Slutringer.
And I'm Butch Jeffries, and we are running for the Jasper County Council at large as Democrats. We would like to see improvements made to our present ambulance services.
And we would also like to see economic growth and improvement in the county.
Please don't forget to ask your voting officials how to vote for your local candidates.
We think all Jasper County residents should be treated with dignity and respect, and we would appreciate your vote. Thank you.
This ad is paid for by the Jasper County Democrat Central Committee.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
All right, honey, I'm heading out for my morning walk. Hey, neighbor, front yard is looking great.
Yeah, we picked up some beautiful plants from Clark's.
Oh, there's Scott. Hey, your landscaping looks incredible.
Yep, quick trip to Clark's for some rocks and mulch. It was super easy with their help.
All right, see you guys later. Honey, I'm back from my walk.
Great. Hey, I was thinking we should really do something with our front yard.
You know, we should go to Clark's Garden and Floral Center. They have everything from plants to rocks and mulch to outdoor decorations.
Great idea. Did you come up with that on your own?
Of course.
Clark's Garden and Floral Center on Route 231 in Remington. Visit online at clarksgardenandfloral.com and like them on Facebook.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
97.7 The Q. Touhyville. 2 Touhies. That's a lot of Touhy.
Do you know what day it is?
It's Wednesday.
Is it?
It's Wednesday. Let's do a show. Let's do a show right now. What are we doing?
The one thing that I've always wanted to do is learn how to be a radio DJ.
Good luck with that.
You are very, very boring.
You have the worst voice I've ever heard.
You're a loser. Well, good luck in radio.
I don't need luck. I need talent.
Wait, what time is it?
It's showtime.
Welcome into Touhyville. Portion of the show is brought to us by Fountainstone Theaters. Visit fountainstonetheaters.com. Check out all the movie times that they've got going on. They've got movies going Wednesday through the weekend with new movies coming on Thursday. Got a couple of scary movies there for Halloween. Check them all out at fountainstonetheaters.com. Download their app today in the Google Play Store and the App Store. Jay says, going back a little bit, talking about the sunrise, Jay says you should have Mike come over and put up a security camera and point it to the east. Have a live feed to monitor so you guys can see the beautiful sunrises. You know, that is something we can do. We were just talking about. So Cheryl at her house had a whole Ring camera system, like had cameras all over the house for security.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a generic Ring doorbell. It wasn't by Ring.
Blink. You would Blink.
Was it Blink?
Uh-huh.
Whatever it was. It was, I just, because it was an app called like AWIT or something like that. So I don't know. But what I liked about it is it didn't take screws or anything to take out. I just popped it right out of its case and could put it in the house and I could watch Ace. And when I didn't have Ace, I'd pop it back in and I'd see who came to my front door. And I don't care. Come to my front door. Come to my front door and say hi. Just do it when I'm not home.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, because then I'm not going to answer if I'm home. So that said, we were talking about.
I'm not there.
It's the best time. So that said, now I have this extra camera because we set up 4 out of the 5-year cameras the other day.
Yeah.
I could take that and put it here at the station and put it out. So then we could monitor it. I could even pull up the app so we could show it to the people not here. We could just use that, call it the Touhyville Outdoor Checkup or something like that.
Okay.
So just like I said, we got to get an Alexa for in here so we can ask her questions during the show. So we got to do that too. We got to get an extra Echo Dot. So, all right. So we were talking about costumes and whether or not they're offensive or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's ways to know as you're getting ready for Halloween that your costume is not acceptable. Not acceptable to anybody. Just don't do it.
Okay.
This will help you to get through what you're going to wear. Okay.
Okay.
If it was inspired by something you witnessed at a Diddy freak off. No good. No good for the Halloween.
Yeesh.
Okay. If it includes a priest collar and a bag of candy. No, it's not good. I'm saying not. It's not good. When you showed up at work, you were greeted with 4 oh wows, 2 good lords, and 1 you're fired. Okay, then you know it's not a good costume to wear. It's unacceptable.
That's what you call a media mix.
Yes. That's if the first word on the box is sexy and the second 2 words are hurricane victim. Not a good costume I'm saying these are bad costumes. It's, if it was in the aisle at Spirit Halloween called cultural appropriation, it's not a good costume to wear. It's unacceptable. Okay. People respond to your costume with the same face that White House advisors give when Joe Biden speaks. It's an unacceptable costume. Kind of confused and not really happy about it. If Elon Musk thinks it's funny, it's not a good costume to be wearing. And lastly, just so you know, this is a costume that is not appropriate. Arnold Palmer's manhood. Do not dress as Arnold Palmer's, no matter how big of a guy you are. Do not dress as Arnold Palmer's manhood. So we are here to help.
Hey, Liz, can you believe there are still some people buying their gold, silver, and platinum bullion from the internet?
That's pretty amazing, Jeff, especially considering that prices here at Vierk's Fine Jewelry always beat both local as well as the big online guys. We don't have shipping fees, and in most cases, you get the precious metals immediately.
Bars, rounds, bags, eagles, buffaloes, maple leafs, Krugerrands, Morgan and Peace dollars, and much, much more.
Not to mention rare, key date, and collectible coins from the U.S. and around the world, many of which have been graded and authenticated by PCGS and NGC.
Whether buying, selling, or trading, you will always benefit from Vierk's unrivaled years of experience and expertise.
If you need expert appraising, Vierk's Fine Jewelry has both of Lafayette's only International Society of Appraisers and Coin Roundtable members, and we are also fully USPAP compliant.
All of your coin and precious metals needs under one roof.
Proudly serving the Mid-North Indiana area for over 75 years. Court of 18th and Main, Lafayette, Vierks.com.
Step into the magic of the holidays at Another Season's Christmas Open House. Starting Monday, November 4th through Saturday, November 9th, discover a winter wonderland at 605 North Halleck Street in DeMont. Explore a fabulous collection of gifts from forever flower arrangements and home decor to fashion and jewelry, plus their unique custom patch bar. Don't miss Another Season's Candlelight Christmas event on Friday, November 8th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Enjoy light refreshments, exclusive sales, and a chance to win exciting door prizes. Follow Another Season on Facebook and Instagram and join the Another Season VIP Facebook Club for even more savings. Mark your calendar for a festive experience that kicks off the holiday season in style.
Joanne, are you sure this is a good idea? You really want me to shoot you out of a cannon?
A buyer called and wanted to know what the roof looked like, so I'm going to get a good picture.
The team at Jenkins Realtors will go above and beyond to help you buy or sell your home. Since 1976, Jenkins Realtors have been helping the people in our community buy the home of their dreams or make that move by selling their home. Call 219-866-5908 or visit JenkinsRealtorsInc.com. Jenkins Realtors, trusted, respected, recommended.
Did you get a good picture?
Your home for Chicago Bears football and Northwest Indiana's home for classic rock. The Q, 97.7 FM WLQI, Rensselaer.
This check of news brought to us by Fozzie Califf Appliances in Rensselaer and DeMont. Here's Russ Martin.
A short video from Libby German's cell phone was played for the jury yesterday during the trial of Richard Allen. This took place as part of the testimony of Brian Bunner, a digital forensic expert with the Indiana State Police. The amount of video extracted lasted only 35 to 40 seconds, and either Libby or Abby Williams said something that sounded like, quote, "There's no path down there. We've got to go down there," unquote. This was the first time this was ever played in public. The trial of Allen continues tomorrow. Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th, and early in-person voting continues until noon on Monday, November 4th, local time. Counties vary as to their hours and weekday locations where you can absentee vote. However, all counties in Indiana must have early voting locations on the 2 Saturdays leading up to Election Day. That means this Saturday, October 26th, and next Saturday, November 2nd. Times for voting will not necessarily be the same in each county. Therefore, to find out your polling location and hours for early voting, go to indianavoters.com. You will also be able to see all the candidates on your ballot. We told you in an earlier news story that Jasper County Clerk Kara Fishburne reported a substantial increase in the number of people who had already voted in this election. We spoke with Pulaski County Clerk Jolyn Bainey, and she said a total of 733 people voted early there in the primary, and the number of early voters in person already is up to 936. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office reported a Rensselaer man, 40-year-old Sean Castaneda, was charged with methamphetamine possession following the report of a car stopped in the turn lane on State Road 10 at the stoplight at Kankakee Valley High School last October 17th. A press release from law enforcement issued yesterday reported Castaneda initially gave his first name as Jesse, but could not remember his date of birth. Authorities stated he later admitted that he gave a different first name due to outstanding warrants in Jasper and White counties. In addition to the drug charge, he faces driving while suspended and refusal to identify himself, both misdemeanors. School corporations in Indiana were required to take an official count of their number of students earlier this month, as required by state statute. Funding from the state is determined based on the number of students enrolled. Superintendent Don Street of Kankakee Valley.
Our student enrollment is 3,045 students. We have seen some decline in our enrollment from last year. In October 2023, our enrollment was 3,103 students, and in February we had 3,061 students.
The Indiana burn ban continues for some counties in Indiana. In this area, the burn ban remains in effect in Jasper, Newton, White, Pulaski, and Benton counties. Stark County has lifted their burn ban, and there is no burn ban in Lake or Porter County. If you live outside these counties and want to know if your county has such a ban, Google Indiana burn ban. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, stay well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
98-year-old Betty Dahl of Francisville passed away on October 18th. Funeral services for Betty Dahl will be held at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today at Frayne Mortuary, Quarry Albright Chapel, Francisville. Reverend Judith Dahl and Kay Bond officiating. Burial will take place at St. James Salem Cemetery in Francisville. Memorial contributions may be made to Indiana State Talking Book and Braille Library or to the charity of the donor's choice. Online tributes may be offered at fraynemortuary.com. Arrangements entrusted to Frayne Mortuary, Francisville. 71-year-old Janet Marie Mock of Wolcott passed away on October 18th. Friends may call on the family on Thursday, October 24th from 10 a.m. until noon Central Time at Jackson Funeral Chapel, Rensselaer. Funeral services for Janet Mock will follow at noon with Reverend Ralph Moeller officiating. Interment at Memory Gardens, Rensselaer. Memorials may be made to the Lafayette Civic Theater. To share memories and or condolences, visit jacksonfuneral.com. 68-year-old Janet Wilhite of Goodland passed away on Friday, October 18th. Visitation will be Friday, October 25th from 5 until 7 p.m. Central Time at Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Home, Goodland Chapel. Funeral services for Janet Wilhite will be Saturday, October 26th at 11 a.m. Central Time at the Funeral Home in Goodland with Rick Gertz officiating. Interment will be at Riverside Cemetery, Brook. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the Mount Zion United Methodist Church in Kentland or the Victorious Life Assembly of God in Goodland. Arrangements entrusted to Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Goodland Chapel. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. 92-year-old James Rainier of Fowler passed away on September 25th. A celebration of life for James Rainier will be held at the Benton County Country Club on Friday, October 25th from 4 until 8 p.m. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made to the Benton County Country Club. Area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather brought to you by Christine Bogan, your Edward Jones agent in Rensselaer.
Today, gradually becoming sunny and windy with wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour and a high near 64. Tonight, mostly clear and calm with a low around 36. Thursday, sunny with a high near 64. Thursday night, a 70% chance of showers with a possible thunderstorm after 1 a.m. Increasing clouds with a low around 46. Friday, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 10 a.m. Partly sunny and breezy with a high near 70. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 41.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Now's the time to let your dreams go wild. Tonight's Powerball jackpot is an estimated $478 million. Ask for a Powerball quick pick at a Hoosier Lottery retailer before the evening drawing. Play responsibly.
Are you ready to rock?
97.7 FM WLQI. Touhyville. Now even Touhier.
Good morning.
Up and off the rails bright and early this morning. Guess what day it is? Wednesday. Wednesday.
I tell you, we making history right now in stereo.
Bang Zoom. That's a great radio station. Best in town. Everybody else sucks. I'm not saying that.
Anyway, happy Wednesday, also known as Hump Day.
It's showtime.
Welcome into Touhyville. Steve and Cheryl with you. Good morning. Portion of the show today brought to us by Ed White Auto Sales in Rensselaer. Head over to visit with Ed White Auto Sales, 1105 North McKinley Avenue in Rensselaer, and check out all the inventory that they have on the lot right now. A couple of Corvettes, 2005 and 2006. How about a 2018 Chevy Cruze? Maybe you're looking for more of a bigger deal. How about a 2017 Chevrolet Express, more of a kind of like a box truck? Maybe a van, 2020 Chrysler Pacifica. Whatever you're looking for, head over to Ed White Auto Sales, and maybe you're looking for something and they don't have it on the lot. Let them know what you're looking for. They will be on the lookout for it for you. Also want to mention George Ade Memorial Healthcare, offering a wide array of services, whether it's short-term rehab or long-term care. For each resident, they experience a tailored approach to their healthcare needs and well-being. Visit georgeade.org. Call them, 219-275-2531, and like George Ade on Facebook to find out all the different things that they have going on there. Always doing something for the residents, different transportation things, a lot of good stuff they do for the folks over there at George Ade Memorial. All right, our poll question today, asking you if you're going to dress up for Halloween. Have you decided if you're dressing up?
No, I'm dressing up as a person who just moved in the house and whose back is killing her. So I'm just going to hand out candy.
There you go. I like it. You know, we haven't had a lot of years of handing out candy.
No, that's why I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. 88% said no, they're not dressing up. 12% said yes. Tiffany says, yes, we're having a Halloween party at work. She mentioned that earlier. And Mary Jo says, if wearing a Halloween shirt counts, then yes, LOL. I probably will. I was all excited. I found my Dear Frank shirt, and it's a picture of Frankenstein. I was all excited. I'm like, oh, I haven't worn this in years. And then I saw it's a large. That's why I haven't worn it in years.
Do you want it? Because I'll find it for you in an XL.
I've gone to extra large and then on to 2X.
Okay.
I'm a growing young boy.
Yeah.
Just growing in the middle.
Yeah.
So I also have to look. I do have a Batman shirt that has a cape attached to
on
it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what size that is, if that still fits or not. So I'll have to take a look. I don't know. Otherwise, I probably won't be dressing up.
You're dressing up as a morning show host.
I might, yeah. I'll dress up as somebody who works at Touhyville Media.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here if we got any other comments on the costumes. No, not right now. Okay. So today is also iPod Day. We talked about this earlier. On this date in 2001, the iPod came out.
We are introducing a product today, and that product is called iPod. What is iPod? iPod is an MP3 music player, has CD quality music, and it plays all of the popular open formats of digital music. The coolest thing about iPod, your entire music library fits in your pocket. And this is what the front of it looks like.
And do you remember
Boom.
It was like a clip?
That's iPod. I happen to have one right here in my pocket, matter of fact. There it is, right there.
It was just introduced on this date in 2001. It wasn't even in stores yet. It was introduced to the world on this date in 2001. Talking about things that made you feel old yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
iPod has only been around the last 23 years. Yep.
That's crazy because they've had so much growth and
Well, and then the iPhone, and then I mean, also today is Slap Your Coworker Day. So
we do not promote violence.
No, don't we though? A little bit.
When you're slapped, you'll take it and like it.
That's right. That's how it goes. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. A drunk driver from Vermont was arrested in Canada, and he claimed he thought he was still in the U.S. He says, "Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? Why do you got such a weird
still
accent?
in America?
Why do you
Right.
got such a weird accent?
Eh?
You're driving all over the road up here. You know what are you doing? I'm in Vermont. No, you're not, son. You've come up here over the border, and you're having a few too many pints, I think." What?
Take off
Pints?
to the Great White.
Yeah,
We just need
I
the
knew you'd be
background
getting there.
music.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's got to be a bad day when you're so drunk you don't realize you left your country.
Now what? Okay, so I'm curious because when we were in Michigan, we went over the border. Those of us who had our passports with us.
Yeah.
When we were in Detroit, we went over to gamble in the casino.
Okay.
So, how do the rules work there?
What do you mean?
You get drunk and you're driving like this scenario. What happens?
Well, I think it's
Are you
still
going
drunk
to jail
driving.
in Canada? If you're an
Yeah.
American citizen, is it 25 times worse? Because you're literally, if you're out of the country and you do something wrong in somebody else's country, it's not a good day.
Right, but I think Canada's probably, all right. They probably let you sleep it off and then send you home. I don't know.
I just wanted to know, like, do they revoke your passport? Like, we don't want your kind here.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, that's just, can you just drive over the border? Like, is there no checkpoint or anything?
There is a checkpoint.
Right.
Sure.
So how did he get through the checkpoint?
I don't know.
Ontario provincial police say a Vermont man charged with impaired driving last week was not aware he was in Canada. In a news release Monday.
Now, was that because he was drunk or
right.
was that?
I didn't even know. I was just, it looks nice. You guys got moose. They say they received reports of a truck with flat tires and Vermont license plates stuck in a drive-through around 5 a.m. on Thursday. The driver didn't know where he was and still believed that they were in the U.S., the OPP said. If you're down with OPP. Police learned that the driver had failed to stop at the border and that there were grounds for his arrest. Well, so don't they go after him if he didn't stop at the border?
Didn't they start chasing him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The 52-year-old man from Milton, Vermont was charged with driving while impaired, driving with a blood alcohol level beyond the legal limit. He was also held for a bail hearing. The Canada Border Services Agency is also investigating. They did not say where or how the man is believed to have crossed the Canada-U.S. border without being stopped. Milton is about 45 kilometers from the nearest Canada-U.S. border. So what's kilometers to miles?
I don't know. I'm kind of trying to figure out if you can walk over the U.S. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you?
Well, I know when we were in Upper Michigan, do you remember we went for ice cream at a place?
Yeah, in Sault Ste. Marie.
And you could, like, see across the water. It was like looking across a channel.
Yeah, that's all
to
it was.
Canada.
Right.
Now I don't know what would happen if we jumped in the water and tried to swim across. They'd probably be mad and you'd be wet. But still, by the way, that's all they're saying in this story. So I don't know what the rules are as far as all that goes, as far as the drunk driving goes. So that would be, I just know it would be bad. If you're so drunk you don't know you left your country, that's pretty bad.
See, I'm trying to figure this out because it's like, what happens if you accidentally cross the border into Canada is what is what is in here. And I'm like, how do you accidentally cross into the border? Because when I went into Canada, we had to stop at a checkpoint. We had to.
Yeah, you show your passport.
You show your passport,
right.
And then they arbitrarily would choose to search your car or not. Like,
yeah. And if you go in accidentally, you have to say sorry. You have to say it that way too. Sorry. Yep. Sorry, here's another drunk driving story that gets way out of hand. Police say that a drunken driver in Nebraska drove into a cemetery and damaged multiple headstones.
Not cool.
It hit pretty good. He had to have been going excess of, I'm guessing, 60 plus miles an hour for this type of damage. And I feel bad for the people. That's why we want to get these monuments up as quick as we can.
I knew what I was going to see when I got there, and I was highly disappointed when it was what I expected I would see. They're not repairable. Some families may just have to leave them the way they are, intact with, now they're scuffed up a little bit. Others will find the resources to get them repaired.
So is it on the families? If a drunk driver gets into a cemetery and damages things, the cemetery doesn't have insurance or anything like that?
They've got to. Why would it be the family's responsibility? I
That's
mean,
what it sounded like to me, right?
It did. Just desecrated the tombstone and stuff. You've at least got to replace that, I would think, right?
That's actually the same thing I said when a friend of mine tried to throw anchovies on my frozen pizza. You just desecrated my tombstone.
Oh my gosh. You need help. Still.
Listen, I'm funnier when you feel better.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So, drunken driver blew through Omaha cemetery, desecrating grave sites, police say. A drunken driver drove into an Omaha cemetery early Sunday morning, causing damage. The Omaha police posted a thing on their social media page, photo of the disabled car inside Holy Sepulchre, the cemetery.
The
Sepulchre Cemetery. The police said the driver had a blood alcohol content of 0.169.
Wait, oh.
So, 0.08 is the legal limit. So, more than twice the legal limit. Yep. Yeah, that's weird to me. First of all, again, how drunk do you have to be?
You know what a sepulcher is, right?
No.
It's where Jesus was buried.
Oh, okay.
Or a burial place, but yes.
Gotcha. But he left there. He's not still there. He got up and went walking around and did some stuff.
He rose.
So he had to celebrate Easter. So
with the bunnies, I know.
I didn't say it this time. I didn't say it this time. Cheryl said it. Call Cheryl. She's the one. She's the offensive one.
No.
I learned from being offensive last time I said that stuff. Since I learned my lesson. So you think you're drunk when you leave the country and don't know it. How drunk do you have to be that you're flooring it through a cemetery? I mean, and he had to have done horrible damage to his car. These are giant headstones. That's concrete you're driving into. So weird. But then the way they said that.
Yeah, I don't like the way they said that because that made it seem like
some families might just have to deal with the fact that their thing was knocked out.
Do you know how much money that is?
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah. All right. So if a headstone is damaged.
And does it matter if it's damaged on accident or on purpose? Meaning in one sentence, they said someone desecrated a cemetery, which I would believe is with intention.
Right.
And the other was he was drunk driving through and didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
I mean, I guess that's desecrating. Ultimately, it's the same result. But when someone says desecrating to me, I think of someone taking spray paint and with malice going out and doing damage.
Is it the cemetery's responsibility to keep drunk drivers out?
I know every Jewish cemetery has locked gates. I mean,
well, most of them do because people are dying to get in. So it's
oh my
gosh. It is weird though when you see in rural areas when you see one without any fence at all. It does seem a little weird.
Isn't there one in Wheatfield? Because we
drive by it all the time.
drive by it all the time, and I'm like,
well, I'm trying to think if there's a fence all the way around the one that's right by our house.
No.
Because I mean, the other day I was walking Ace and there was a zombie just walking right down the street. It's the craziest thing. I was like, "Hey, how you doing? You don't want to eat me, right?" And he said, "No, I'm going to McDonald's. I'm good." So, it was all fine. Just.
But no.
Yeah, I don't think there is. Yeah.
Oh, I needed a big yawn. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I would say I'm boring you, but Cheryl's being hit with what I've had the last few days. It's
I'm
coming
going
on
down
strong.
fast,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
coming on strong for you.
Right in the middle of the show.
We're almost done.
I got glassy eyes. I've
Yeah.
got the sniffles.
I totally get it. I've been dealing with it myself. Today hasn't been as bad. I've only had to turn off my microphone a couple times to cough, but not with to blow my nose like crazy.
Yeah.
Christine says,
But who was it? Wasn't it Leslie Nuss? She was in taping her commercial.
And I had to blow
And
my
you
nose.
blew your nose, and she's like, "Wow, that's a lot."
It was so bad that day. And I'm usually good. I usually get up and walk out of the room. I was doing the interview, and it was just starting to pour out of me, and I just had to get it out. And yes, I've got, for those not watching on video, I got a good honker on me. I do.
The trumpeter swan syndrome.
I've got the Touhy nose. My dad has it. My uncle has it. My cousins have it. Yeah, I've got the Touhy nose for sure. But Christine says, I think he drove through a cemetery because he had a death wish. There you go. See? Yeah. Christine getting it on the jokes.
Look at that.
I love it. Okay, so here's what I found just from a quick Google AI search.
Okay.
Who's responsible for damaged headstones depends on the cause of the damage and other factors, including the monument builder is usually responsible for repairs if the damage occurred after installation.
Oh, that's like if it falls over or whatever. Yeah.
Homeowners insurance. If you purchased a cemetery plot, your homeowner's insurance may cover the cost of repairs up to a certain amount. I didn't know that.
Right. Except here's the thing when people say that. What that means is they're going to cover it, and then your premium will cover it.
Well, that's insurance
from
all over.
that point on. Like, these people didn't do anything. They were, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why they would claim it on their insurance. Like, you go fix it since you decided that was going to be your racetrack for the night.
Right.
After a case of beer. You know?
And to me, that's my thinking, is that it should be the cemetery, and then the cemetery is going to sue this guy. That would be my thing.
Yeah.
It says here the cemetery may be responsible if the damage was caused by cemetery staff. Government, if the headstone was issued by the government. Okay. The monument company may be liable if damage was caused by faulty materials. So, it's weird to me. I'd like to know, if it's who's responsible. If I'll do a better search maybe on the break and see if we can figure it out, because I'm curious to know.
You can't tell me that it's not going to be that he's going to go to jail and part of his bail or whatever it is going to be the cost of.
No, I think it's not part of his bail. This is because you and I talk about this a lot, and sometimes it gets confusing. Those are two different things. So the criminal, the fine, we talked about this with the dog bite. That's where it came up. So the criminal is the fine and or jail. Then you can file a civil suit to get money for your
pain and suffering, medical
damages,
bills,
and all that kind of stuff. So that's totally different. Yeah. So, all right, let's take a break. When we come back, we've got, speaking of people doing dumb things, like either one of these guys could have been in our dumb criminal of the day, but they're not. We have a whole different Precision Security dumb criminal of the day.
Hello, I'm Bruce Slutringer.
And I'm Butch Jeffries, and we are running for the Jasper County Council at large as Democrats. We would like to see improvements made to our present ambulance services.
And we would also like to see economic growth and improvement in the county.
Please don't forget to ask your voting officials how to vote for your local candidates.
We think all Jasper County residents should be treated with dignity and respect, and we would appreciate your vote. Thank you.
This ad is paid for by the Jasper County Democrat Central Committee.
Franciscan Health delivers advanced cancer care where every patient matters. Serving the residents of Rensselaer and beyond, we are privileged to offer personalized cancer treatments and world-class cancer services without the need to travel far. Fighting cancer is a brave battle, and our team of physicians and oncology nurses are here to support your journey of hope, healing, and triumph in the place you call home. To schedule your appointment in Rensselaer, go to franciscanhealth.org/cancercare.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer.
You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you've got to build your business. We had to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You'll like the way we do business at Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with the new Strachan Van Til to Go. It's easy to use. Register using your rewards account login and password. Fill your virtual shopping cart. Choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save money with your online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple. Food made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-230-2777. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-230-2777. That's 800-230-2777 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's sea to shining sea and water damage as far as the eye can see. It's America. It's freshly mowed grass and a fence that was freshly vandalized by a pack of unruly teens. It's America. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Touhyville. Now with 2 Touhies and no waiting.
It's going to be a long day.
I know it's going to be a long day.
A long day.
What day is it? What day is it today?
Today is Wednesday.
Wait, is today Wednesday?
I'm going to need some help.
Looks like I'm going to need some help.
Oh, that's why we're here. That's why we're here.
Drink your coffee.
Go splash some cold water on your face.
Turn your radio all the way up.
Are you ready to be entertained? Showtime.
Welcome to Touhyville. Stephen Cheryl with you, hanging out, doing our thing on a Fun Time Wednesday. Head to the Touhyville Show Facebook page, answer the poll question today, whether or not you will be dressing up for Halloween a week from tomorrow. Lots of fun stuff going on at Jasper County Community Services. How about Bunko every month on the second Thursday of the month at the Rensselaer Senior Center, 967 East Leopold. Roll the dice, play a game, spend time with friends. That's Bunko on the second Thursday each month at the Rensselaer Senior Center. Let's see what else we got. The first and last Thursday each month, they do blood pressure screenings. So that would be next. That'd be next week. Blood pressure screenings first and last Thursday each month. Free blood pressure screening available. No appointment necessary. This is at the Rensselaer Senior Center. So find out more there. Also at the Rensselaer Senior Center, Mondays at 9:30 a.m. Be a part of this rewarding program with Phil's friends. They make blankets for local cancer patients. So it's funded by donations from Susie's Quilts. So they do that, something to do that can help out the community. So very cool stuff. All kinds of great stuff that they do at the Fozzie Senior Center in DeMont, and of course the Rensselaer Senior Center in Rensselaer. So Jasper County Community Services, go like them on Facebook. They're doing all kinds of great stuff, and you'll find great things for you to do if you're 55 and older.
Perhaps it's time you tried a new profession. What I mean is, you don't seem to be a very good thief. Maybe you should try something else.
All righty, it is time now for the Precision Security Dumb Criminal of the Day. Once again, from Florida today.
Surprise!
20-year-old man in Florida named Jeremy Lang has been arrested for robbing 5 churches over the last month. I mean, you want to talk about putting yourself in hot water, no pun intended, maybe even no water.
Yeesh.
Robbing the churches. It's possible that he hit more than that. He was arrested for 5 churches.
What is he? What are you taking?
I don't know. Crackers and wine? I don't know. He wasn't good enough to get away with it, but he did do his research. Police found internet searches on his phone, like how to cut a shirt into a mask. Where do churches keep their money? And do churches have safes?
Wow.
Let's see. I'm trying to put together a criminal empire. Where should I start? Well, probably Google.
Yeah, let's make sure we have footprints that lead straight up
Right. Right. I mean, what? Did you think the first, he was like, I got a great idea. I just got to make sure they have all the stuff I need. You didn't want to first Google, like,
I thought of everything.
Yeah. How to, best places to rob, maybe?
Right.
I mean, just thinking of, the young wannabe criminal, trying to help them out. Jeremy's facing a handful of charges, including 5 church burglaries, 5 criminal mischief charges, 3 larceny charges, 1 motor vehicle burglary charge, of course, being today's dumb criminal. He's also facing charges of drug possession, obstructing justice, gun possession, and burglary tools possession. So protect yourself from dumb criminals. I bet Mike could even change the locks at a church. I bet he could work on that.
Absolutely.
New pass-through technology. I know he'll help you get back in your car. You accidentally lock your keys in your car. No problem. Give Mike a call, 219-866-7171, 219-866-7171. Repair or replace all commercial doors, hinges, handles, closures, locks, and keys. He was in here at the station working on the new lock for the radio station.
Here's a question I have for Mike. Has Mike ever locked himself out of his house? And then who does he call?
He goes into his truck and gets his lockpick stuff.
You mean the truck that he locked his keys in?
Well, he didn't lock his keys in his truck. You said in his house, so I am 80% sure he's told me stories about how he's done it himself multiple times.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. I do. I think so. I think he has locked himself out a time or 3. I think he has. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I just because I feel like I remember him telling me this story. So like that that he did. He locked himself.
Is he getting to you right now?
No, I'm
okay.
I'm just let's see. I'm just trying to find his number here. I mean, I could call the locksmith number, but I have the
he might be working though, so maybe if
I have the private Pruitt hotline to find out. Let's see if he's ever locked himself out. I think I remember him telling me he had to use his lockpick services like to get himself back in the house. I'm pretty sure. I believe. So let's see what's happening here.
You're dialing it up, right?
Yeah, it says it's there, but nothing's connected.
I'm not hearing any.
Hello, this is Mike, the locksmith with Precision Glass and Security. Please leave your name and number and the reason for your call, and I'll return your call as soon as possible.
Hi, Mike. This is Steve and Cheryl on the air at WLQI Radio in Rensselaer. We're in the middle of the Precision Security Dumb Criminal of the Day segment. And Cheryl had a question on whether or not you have ever locked yourself out. So I thought I'd get you on the phone. But you're obviously busy working, helping people to get back into their cars, into their homes, and setting up security systems for people all over the area. So other people can also call 219-866-7171. Talk to you later, Mike. So I'll have to get an answer off the air, and we will share the story.
The info.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let's take a break, and we come back. We got a couple other stories to get through. And then we're going to rush Cheryl home to bed stat. She's been crashing hard since about 6:15 this morning. It's been coming on strong. So stick around.
Weather brought to you by McCool's Auto and Diesel in Morocco.
Today, gradually becoming sunny and windy with wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour and a high near 64. Tonight, mostly clear and calm with a low around 36. Thursday, sunny with a high near 64. Thursday night, a 70% chance of showers with a possible thunderstorm after 1 a.m. Increasing clouds with a low around 46. Friday, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 10 a.m. Partly sunny and breezy with a high near 70. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 41.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
All right, honey, I'm heading out for my morning walk. Hey, neighbor, front yard is looking great.
Yeah, we picked up some beautiful plants from Clark's.
Oh, there's Scott. Hey, your landscaping looks incredible.
Yep, quick trip to Clark's for some rocks and mulch. It was super easy with their help.
All right, see you guys later. Honey, I'm back from my walk.
Great. Hey, I was thinking we should really do something with our front yard.
You know, we should go to Clark's Garden and Floral Center. They have everything from plants to rocks and mulch to outdoor decorations.
Great idea. Did you come up with that on your own?
Of course.
Clark's Garden and Floral Center on Route 231 in Remington. Visit online at clarksgardenandfloral.com and like them on Facebook.
Franciscan Health delivers advanced cancer care where every patient matters. Serving the residents of Rensselaer and beyond, we are privileged to offer personalized cancer treatments and world-class cancer services without the need to travel far. Fighting cancer is a brave battle, and our team of physicians and oncology nurses are here to support your journey of hope, healing, and triumph in the place you call home. To schedule your appointment in Rensselaer, go to franciscanhealth.org/cancercare.
This is Dan Long, candidate for North Newton School Board. When elected, I will serve all students, staff, and administration, supporting each of them to be their best. Students deserve board members that prioritize their education, not a board member's personal agenda. Our staff and administration deserve board members that support them to do the job they were trained and hired to do. I am not a politician, so do the right thing. Write in Dan Long for North Newton School Board at large.
Paid for by the committee to elect Dan Long.
Are you ready for a mouthful of deliciousness? The Good Table in Kentland is bringing back the crave-worthy pizza. Straight to your doorstep, yes, we deliver. Available Thursdays through Sundays between 4 and 8 p.m. A minimum order of $20 for out-of-town deliveries with a $1.50 delivery fee in town and $5 out of town. Call 219-474-3245. The Good Table. Good food, good friends, good times, and now good pizza delivered straight to your door.
Farmers, let's talk Pioneer brand 4-seed Enlist corn.
Yes, Coach.
Wow, love the energy. Okay, it clobbers corn rootworms and weeds for higher yields.
Yes, Coach.
And 4-seed Enlist delivers next-generation corn rootworm protection.
Yes, Coach.
Plus powerful exclusive genetics and flexibility to manage tough weeds.
Yes, Coach.
Now get out there and grow! I guess being a Pioneer agronomist is like being a coach.
Start your best year yet at pioneer.com/rootworm.
Hello, I'm Bruce Slutringer.
And I'm Butch Jeffries, and we are running for the Jasper County Council at large as Democrats. We would like to see improvements made to our present ambulance services.
And we would also like to see economic growth and improvement in the county.
Please don't forget to ask your voting officials how to vote for your local candidates.
We think all Jasper County residents should be treated with dignity and respect, and we would appreciate your vote. Thank you.
This ad is paid for by the Jasper County Democrat Central Committee.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius or two half geniuses and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, I'm Bruce Slutringer.
And I'm Butch Jeffries, and we are running for the Jasper County Council at large as Democrats. We would like to see improvements made to our present ambulance services.
And we would also like to see economic growth and improvement in the county.
Please don't forget to ask your voting officials how to vote for your local candidates.
We think all Jasper County residents should be treated with dignity and respect, and we would appreciate your vote. Thank you.
This ad is paid for by the Jasper County Democrat Central Committee.
97.7 The Q. Touhyville. You know what they say? Two Touhies are better than one.
What day is it? Is it Wednesday?
All day long.
Oh, it's Wednesday. All right. What's the hump day schedule look like?
Longest day, Wednesday, 9 letters.
Welcome, my friends, to the show that never ends.
Never end. Never end.
It never ends.
Well, let's get started.
Showtime.
Welcome into Touhyville. Steve and Cheryl with you. Having fun on a Wednesday morning. Powered up each and every day by Jasper County REMC. Powers up our online stream, of course, on WOQI977.com, as well as on our video on YouTube and Facebook. JasperREMC.com is their website to find out more about what they have going on. Also want to mention our friends over at Another Season in DeMott. Their holiday open house is going on November 4th through the 9th, followed by November 23rd. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be there for pictures and to help you pick out goodies and all kinds of things like that. So plenty of great things going on at Another Season in DeMott, 605 North Halleck Street in DeMott. Like them on Facebook, follow on Instagram. I also have to mention our friends over at Supercuts. Visit Supercuts in Rensselaer, Lowell, and Valparaiso today. Walk-ins welcome, or make yourself an appointment and get yourself a great-looking haircut today. Some might even call it Supercut. All right, our poll question today asking you, will you be dressing up this Halloween? I'm going to in some way or another. I don't see me wearing a big-time costume or anything like that, but I'm going to wear some kind of Halloween-y shirt, some kind of Batman getup of some kind. I always wear the Batman shirt with the thing and then the mask. I haven't tried on the mask I got for Ace yet.
I know, I gotta see that.
Yeah, I have to see if that's going to work. I'll have to try that today so that I know if I have to, because it's made for a cat. So so I need to see if I need to like cut out the nose area to fit on his bridge. Yeah. 88% say no, they're not dressing up for Halloween, while 12% said yeah, we're gonna have some fun dress up for Halloween. So good for them. All right. Came across this earlier, actually yesterday, and didn't have a chance to get to it. On Reddit, what's your pettiest reason for not dating someone? So now, those that have listened to this show for a while are familiar with the story of me ending a first date because the woman that I was on it with said that her favorite actor was Pauly Shore. Not her favorite comedian, not she liked his movies, and I had to make it clear before I got up and left. She said, oh, my favorite actor is Pauly Shore. I go, well.
Said no one ever.
I go, you don't mean your favorite actor. I mean, you like his movies, you think he's funny, but
right.
Like not actor like Tom Hanks, Harrison Ford, Robert Redford.
Right.
Pauly Shore. She goes, no, my favorite actor. I go, excuse me for a second. I'm going to pay for the Cokes we ordered over there. No need to go over and get our order. I'm just going to go. Now, we met there. I didn't just leave her stranded, but yeah.
Wow.
I cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot. Your favorite actor? Stop it. It's Pauly Shore. So, yes, I admit it was a very petty reason. Worked for me. it was fine. Can you think of a petty reason why maybe someone asked you out and you didn't want to date them? Like their nose was crooked or something, or like I don't know.
I'm trying to think that far back, but I do remember not seeing a guy again, and he was so nice, and he was very handsome.
Mm-hmm.
His cologne
sounds familiar.
His cologne was disgusting. Like, so it was
there's
on
no
a
way.
lot.
Yeah, there's no way to deal with that.
And so I remember, kissed me on the second date.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, I can't even. It was like kissing bug killer.
Oh,
like where it's just, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And so the whole first date,
yep.
I was like, he's really good looking and he smells like Raid.
Ugh.
You know how back in the day, though, people used to like bathe in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I second date, I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, can't do it.
So I don't know if this is considered petty.
Is that petty? That's kind of petty.
No, I don't
understand what went wrong. I really liked you. You smell like Raid.
Right, your cologne is terrible.
Which is easily fixable.
That's a changeable thing.
It's a fixable thing, but
the only cologne that I've worn in the last decade, 15 years, is cologne you got me.
Yes.
That's
good boy.
Because what do I care?
Right.
If you like it, what do I? As long as it's not offensive to my senses,
but you know what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my God, I can't. It's like in my throat.
Yeah.
Help me.
So I don't know if this is petty or not, but there was a time, and this may surprise everybody based on the show that I do, that I worked for a Christian radio station. I was a producer of a national talk show on a Christian network.
How many minutes did that last for?
It really did last a long time.
I'm here.
So I got a couple minutes. So in Chicago, I had a really good technical reputation. I could run a board real well. I could do all the radio stuff. I knew my stuff. My first day there, they had a staff meeting, and it wasn't just because of me. There was a whole thing going on, and they wanted to welcome me in. And the engineer there, who was giving the speech and talking about some of the FCC rules that were changing and things that had to go on, he said, so some of you, might be familiar with some of the FCC rules. Steve, we don't mean the kind that you would break regularly when you were doing radio in Joliet, And I'm like, no one else there knew who I was. I didn't even know he knew who I was.
This is not applicable to you.
Right.
Sinners who are already in deep doo-doo with the Lord. But
this guy was the radio engineer was not there because he was Christian. He was there because he was really a good radio engineer. He also would
it
work.
is funny though. Did you laugh?
Oh yeah, because I was like, I didn't think anybody there knew who I was from Joliet. So because he also worked for like Light FM. He worked for WXRT. So he traveled all over to do. But he was there. He was one of the few stations I ever worked at where the engineer worked there every day. He was there in his office every day, unless he had to go freelance somewhere else. Most stations,
and this is in Iowa,
smaller markets. No, this was in Chicago. This was
Moody.
No, it was Salem Radio, and it was
kind of. I'm thinking about like the name. I'm thinking Salem Radio for a Christian station.
That was the company was called Salem. Yeah, they were nationally. It was a national company.
That's kind of like Hades' funeral home from the other day.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. I forget what station it was.
Hi, I'm Dr. Death.
I think.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Could you imagine? I don't care how good of a doctor you were. If your name is Dr. Death.
Yeah.
Not going to work. But anyway.
I think now it's a Christian music station called The Fish.
Okay. That sounds like a good name. The Fish.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't find what radio station it was, but anyway, it was a Chicago Christian. But I was the producer of the Dick Staub Show, which was on nationally.
Oh, okay.
So I was the producer, and I would have to make sure our breaks timed up to other networks, and so that I'd send us off to the network, kind of like I do here, where we play different commercials, NWIBN and WLQI.
Mm-hmm.
So I would play local commercials for Chicago,
and then
and I'd have to fire us off to national, and those would play over a satellite. So anyway, but it was just funny that he would brought this up. So long story short, none of this is why you called. I worked at a Christian station. So they did a Christian singles mixer one night. And I was there because I worked there. And I met a woman and we chit-chatted. And, I was always very upfront about that. Not that I wasn't Christian, but I wasn't like Christian. Like I was kind of
It's kind of like pregnancy, Steve. I didn't know if you knew that. Like,
okay.
I'm kind of.
I don't want to.
Sort of pregnant. Sort of Christian.
No, I don't want to offend, but there's Christian, and then there's like Christian beliefs, and it's like, you know what I'm talking about. Like,
I don't.
I don't necessarily follow all the rules.
There's really only a few. Love each other and love your enemies.
Okay. I'm not gonna
okay
worry about it right now. But
okay.
Yeah, it's so
like you weren't church. You're trying to say you don't go to church on Sundays regularly, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to.
No, but I do think, I think there's a lot of hypocrisy in people that call themselves Christians and don't always follow the actual path of like being nice to people. So, I mean, so there's some things that I didn't necessarily go along with, and excuse me, this was also a time in my life when I was questioning a lot of things.
Okay.
So at one point they were going to put me on the weekends, and they had hopes of syndicating the show, and the show was going to be called Two Sides of a Coin. And I was going to do the show with a born-again Christian and me. And I was going to, we were going to cover topics of the day from a Christian standpoint and a secular standpoint and kind of go back and forth. And, and they kind of sat me down and warned me. They said, with some of the things that you say and some of your thoughts, you're probably going to get big. We're probably going to end up syndicating you. And you're probably going to be like the Howard Stern of Christian radio. You're going to upset a lot of people. And they're like, you're going to get letters. You're going to get threats. Just be aware before we start moving forward on this, that this is, some of the things you say could be really offensive to people. So, and I was 23, maybe 22. So I was a much different thinker than I am now, you know? So anyway, obviously it didn't happen. Before it ever took place, I got hired in Iowa and I went off to go work at a classic rock radio station, and the rest is history. So anyway, going back to the petty dating thing, we went out on a date, me and this woman that I met at the singles mixer, and she was talking about how offensive at dinner. It just seemed like we were never on the same page about any kind of humorous stuff. Like she was talking about how offensive the Simpsons were, and that she couldn't watch this movie or that movie. And I just thought, we're not really connecting at all. I felt over dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And our plan was to go to the movies after dinner. I really thought dinner went horribly.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the end of dinner, I said, well, do you still want to go see the movie? And she went, yeah, why not? And I went, okay, maybe I wasn't on this date. Maybe, and we went to the movie, and I will never forget. It was Good Will Hunting. And though you haven't seen it in a while.
Mm-hmm.
In the movie, there's a scene when Minnie Driver and right? Minnie Driver?
Yeah.
Okay. Minnie Driver and Matt Damon, thank you, go on a first date.
Yeah.
And she goes, you know what? Let's just get this out of the way. Let's get the first date kiss out of the way. And he goes, well, I was hoping for a good night lay, but I'll take a good night kiss. The whole room erupted in laughter. It was funny. And I just turned to her because I thought it was funny that we're on a first date. How ironic.
Didn't. Oh, you didn't.
I know. I just turned and looked at her.
Oh,
and,
I thought you were going to say.
No. And she just had a stern look on her face. Like there was no laughter at all. Like she didn't see me looking at her. We were in a dark movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was ironic that it was funny that we were on a first date. And yeah. And I was like, so I knew, like, if you're too offended by The Simpsons, you're not going to find me amusing. And if you don't find that funny, you're not going to find me amusing. This isn't going to work.
Right.
So my point was, is that petty, or is that just knowing this probably isn't for us? Like, I don't know if that's a petty reason for not dating somebody.
No.
You just notice on a first date, as we get to know each other, this isn't going to work.
Yeah, that's called equally yoked, if you ask me, or non-equally yoked.
Right.
Like it's not, that's why you date.
Yeah.
To me,
Right.
You're like, this is not going to work. You don't need a whole War and Peace or psychological testing thing to know. It's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where with you could have just sprayed them down and then you would have liked them. I just have to get rid of your scent. You don't mind if I Febreze you a little bit before we go into the restaurant, do you? You don't mind if I, then you would have been fine. So, all right, that's going to do it for us over on 98 Gold WIBN. We're all done over there on WLQI. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got Pizza Quiz, which we gave you the answer to earlier this morning. And
when was the iPod created? I just thought I would help out.
That's not how it works. And then we'll come back and end
I
on
would
a high
like
note
winners.
if we can end on a high note after the way this show is gone.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
$5.55 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today.
Home. It's so many things to so many people. It's your sanctuary, your place to host parties with friends and family, your place to relax in front of the front porch or run with the dog in the backyard. The team at Jenkins Realtors have been helping people like you find the home for everything that you need it to be since 1976. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, let the Jenkins team be your team. Call Jenkins Realtors today at 219-866-5908 or visit JenkinsRealtorsInc.com. Jenkins Realtors, trusted, respected, recommended.
Glotzba Pharmacy is your neighborhood pharmacist. At Glotzba, Angie and her team go above and beyond and are there to answer all of your questions with knowledge and care to keep your family at their healthiest or to help your family get nursed back to health. Glotzba Pharmacy is about more than just medication refills. They carry beautiful gift items and collectibles, including candles, balloons, toys, and greeting cards. Check out Glotzba's wide variety of CBD and daily vitamin supplements. Need your annual flu or COVID vaccine to stay healthy this season? Call for your appointment today. Visit Glotzba Pharmacy at 500 South Grand Street in Fowler or visit online at glotzbapharmacy.com. Glotzba Pharmacy, their family caring for yours.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
This is The Q. 97.7 FM WLQI Rensselaer. Start your day in Touhyville and stick around for Northwest Indiana's best classic rock all day long. Right here on The Q.
Time for a check of news. For that, we'll head over to the newsroom. Here is Russ Martin.
A short video from Libby German's cell phone was played for the jury yesterday during the trial of Richard Allen. This took place as part of the testimony of Brian Bunner, a digital forensic expert with the Indiana State Police. The amount of video extracted lasted only 35 to 40 seconds, and either Libby or Abby Williams said something that sounded like, quote, "There's no path down there. We've got to go down there," unquote. This was the first time this was ever played in public. The trial of Allen continues tomorrow. Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th, and early in-person voting continues until noon on Monday, November 4th, local time. Counties vary as to their hours and weekday locations where you can absentee vote. However, all counties in Indiana must have early voting locations on the 2 Saturdays leading up to Election Day. That means this Saturday, October 26th, and next Saturday, November 2nd. Times for voting will not necessarily be the same in each county. Therefore, to find out your polling location and hours for early voting, go to indianavoters.com. You will also be able to see all the candidates on your ballot. We told you in an earlier news story that Jasper County Clerk Kara Fishburne reported a substantial increase in the number of people who had already voted in this election. We spoke with Pulaski County Clerk Jolyn Bainey, and she said a total of 733 people voted early there in the primary, and the number of early voters in person already is up to 936. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office reported a Rensselaer man, 40-year-old Sean Castaneda, was charged with methamphetamine possession following the report of a car stopped in the turn lane on State Road 10 at the stoplight at Kankakee Valley High School last October 17th. A press release from law enforcement issued yesterday reported Castaneda initially gave his first name as Jesse, but could not remember his date of birth. Authorities stated he later admitted that he gave a different first name due to outstanding warrants in Jasper and White counties. In addition to the drug charge, he faces driving while suspended and refusal to identify himself, both misdemeanors. School corporations in Indiana were required to take an official count of their number of students earlier this month, as required by state statute. Funding from the state is determined based on the number of students enrolled. Superintendent Don Street of Kankakee Valley.
Our student enrollment is 3,045 students. We have seen some decline in our enrollment from last year. In October 2023, our enrollment was 3,103 students, and in February we had 3,061 students.
The Indiana burn ban continues for some counties in Indiana. In this area, the burn ban remains in effect in Jasper, Newton, White, Pulaski, and Benton counties. Stark County has lifted their burn ban, and there is no burn ban in Lake or Porter County. If you live outside these counties and want to know if your county has such a ban, Google Indiana burn ban. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, stay well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
98-year-old Betty Dahl of Francisville passed away on October 18th. Funeral services for Betty Dahl will be held at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today at Frayne Mortuary, Quarry Albright Chapel, Francisville. Reverend Judith Dahl and Kay Bond officiating. Burial will take place at St. James Salem Cemetery in Francisville. Memorial contributions may be made to Indiana State Talking Book and Braille Library or to the charity of the donor's choice. Online tributes may be offered at fraynemortuary.com. Arrangements entrusted to Frayne Mortuary, Francisville. 71-year-old Janet Marie Mock of Wolcott passed away on October 18th. Friends may call on the family on Thursday, October 24th from 10 a.m. until noon Central Time at Jackson Funeral Chapel, Rensselaer. Funeral services for Janet Mock will follow at noon with Reverend Ralph Moeller officiating. Interment at Memory Gardens, Rensselaer. Memorials may be made to the Lafayette Civic Theater. To share memories and or condolences, visit jacksonfuneral.com. 68-year-old Janet Wilhite of Goodland passed away on Friday, October 18th. Visitation will be Friday, October 25th from 5 until 7 p.m. Central Time at Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Home, Goodland Chapel. Funeral services for Janet Wilhite will be Saturday, October 26th at 11 a.m. Central Time at the Funeral Home in Goodland with Rick Gertz officiating. Interment will be at Riverside Cemetery, Brook. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the Mount Zion United Methodist Church in Kentland or the Victorious Life Assembly of God in Goodland. Arrangements entrusted to Gert Swindler and Keller Funeral Homes, Goodland Chapel. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. 92-year-old James Rainier of Fowler passed away on September 25th. A celebration of life for James Rainier will be held at the Benton County Country Club on Friday, October 25th from 4 until 8 p.m. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made to the Benton County Country Club. Area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather is brought to you by Jasper County REMC.
Today, gradually becoming sunny and windy with wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour and a high near 64. Tonight, mostly clear and calm with a low around 36. Thursday, sunny with a high near 64. Thursday night, a 70% chance of showers with a possible thunderstorm after 1 a.m. Increasing clouds with a low around 46. Friday, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 10 a.m. Partly sunny and breezy with a high near 70. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 41.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Put on those thinking caps. It's time now for the Pizza Quiz, brought to you by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. You could win a large one-topping pizza from Rick's Pizza. Be caller number 7 at 866-4104. That's 866-4104. Be caller number 7 right now.
What sets Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer apart from the other pizza places? Rick's is locally owned. Their dough is made fresh daily and hand-tossed, not run through a machine. Cheese is grated daily. Toppings are generous, fresh, and your pizza is baked to perfection in a classic stone oven. Looking to try something different? Try a pineapple, apple butter, or barbecue pizza. Call 866-7466 to place your order. Local delivery is available. Open Tuesday through Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Rick's Pizza. Taste the difference.
All right, it's time now for the Pizza Quiz, brought to us by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. Your chance to win a one large, one-topping pizza from Rick's Pizza. Hi, good morning. Who's this? Oh, they hung up.
No.
When I answer, I'm coming. I'm getting to you. So 219-866-4104. Need that seventh caller. Melody says, great show, guys. Thank you so much, Mel. We appreciate you hanging out and listening to us in the morning here in Touhyville. Here we go. All right. You, sir, will be caller number 7. Who's this?
Chris.
Hey, Chris, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you, sir. All right, let's see if we can get you a pizza. Earlier, we talked about this. Today is iPod Day. On this date in history, what year did the iPod first come out? It was first introduced on this date in 1997, 2001, or 2003. What year did the iPod come out? 1997, 2001, or 2003?
This is a guess. 97.
Oh, Cheryl was trying so hard to get us a winner today. I'm sorry, Chris.
No.
Oh, bummer. It was 2001 was when the iPod came out, introduced by Steve Jobs on this date in 2001. Nice.
But
try.
I'm with him
Nice
that
try.
I thought it was in the 90s. I said immediately, I go, really?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Nope. Not till the 2000s.
Winners and families of winners on the Pizza Quiz are ineligible to win for 30 days. The Pizza Quiz is brought to you by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer.
All right. It is time for us to wrap up this fine, fun day, but we will not leave you without ending on a high note.
All right. Today's high note, albeit it was a crazy show.
Yes.
We are having the high note, and it's short and sweet. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
We repeat what we don't repair.
I like that a lot.
We repeat what we don't repair.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it.
Yep. I like that a lot. It hits home with me in so many ways. So short, sweet, and it hits you right in the feel. So,
Mhm.
yep, I like that one a lot. All right, if you missed any of the show, check it out on the podcast. We got the Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcast, station apps, Q, and 98 Gold. And of course, you can see the video for the whole show on YouTube and Facebook, unless you're in Belarus. Thank
they
you.
don't
guys.
like music.
They don't like us to play the
They
music.
don't like the
Yes.
music.
Stop with all of your carnival, number 9.
Right.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed listening to the show today as much as we enjoyed doing it. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday. We will try and do it again all for the fun tomorrow here in Touhyville. Take care.
97.7 The Q.